くガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤滝を置く誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ
#Samusik
黒い
begins.
タイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right. Shout out to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, boys, you got to bring it in. Let's go. It's Thursday. All right. It is Thursday. That means that it is the day before the best day of the week, which is Friday. So this is damn near one of the best days of the week, boys. Get in here. We gotta hug it out. And if anybody tries to run away, drag them by their pinky toe. Drag them back into the circle. They gotta get in here. They gotta get hugged. No matter how much they try their best to avoid it, bring them in here. Sonya says she's out of here. Sonya, if you don't get your ass back here and drop the fucking 1 minute voiceover so I can add you to the TTS, so at least when I get fucking clapped every goddamn night, it's not by a bunch of DSP voices. Seriously. Seriously, man. Fucking hell. Help me out here. Guys, listen very closely. If you're watching over on YouTube, like the stream. That's right, boys. Like it. If you're watching over on Rumble, like the stream. That's right, boys. That's right, boys. Do I want Zesty? No. No! I don't want Zesty, and I don't want DSP voices. Can we just avoid that? Can we also avoid Biden, by the way? I'm thinking about banning Biden. I'm thinking about... I can't hear him having a stroke on every super chat. He's like, oh, just sniff. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. If you're watching anywhere else right now, you might be a little gay. That's okay. As long as you're not weird. And... I got nothing else.
You are gay!
Like the stream. Like the stream. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Well, listen, man. I was trying to have some fun playing Lego Batman. And I did, by the way. Fucking love that game. Great game. However, holy shit, man. Destiny 2 is officially dead. Wow. Wow. Destiny 2 is officially dead, at least from an updating perspective. And people are mad. People are mad. People are beyond mad. People are next level pissed. And when I say people, obviously I don't mean most of you, because I know a lot of you guys don't play Destiny. But what I mean, like, Bungie fanboys are not having it. They are not having it, boys. It is not a good day to be a Bungie fan. Because just a couple of days ago...
Can we get to Epic Mike Jesse Ventura voice lol?
Hey, if you could convince Epic Mike to send me a 1-minute, very clear audio voiceover of him pretending to be Jesse Ventura, I'll add it. I'll add it. I'm not even kidding. I'll add it. You go talk to Epic Mike. Let him know. And then come back. And then we'll figure it out from there. Guys, it is not good in the neighborhood of good old Bungie fanboyism. Okay, it's not good. Guy, wait, why does Dietrich Connick's super chats never work? He's the only one that it doesn't work. I have to replay it for it to work. Let's see if it works. I just replayed it. I don't know if it's gonna work. I think the TTS has something out against him. I don't know. Guys, listen, man. We got a lot we got to go over today, all right? Bungie fanboys are not happy. It is bad out there. It is bad out there. People are fucking pissed. The Steam forums are a nightmare. They're a nightmare against Destiny. They're a nightmare against Marathon. It's a nightmare all across the board, man. This is the civil war that we have been talking about for the last couple of streams. Well, it's here. The civil war is here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to check it out and see what's going on with that. But what else are we checking, boys? Old Man Cat says, my baby girl graduates from school tomorrow night. I'm sad. Holy shit. Nice. Shout out to Old Man Cat. Congratulations, brother. Civil War check. True. It's a crap show check. Absolutely. What else? Let them fight check. I agree. We're going to let them fight. We're always going to let them fight. That's kind of how it goes. We got a cheeky check with the flows. We got Bungie goof check. We got check to check check. We got a taint depth check. We got a stream light check. We got a Blanca clap time starts now double check. We got a... What the fuck? We got a up from a nap check. What am I supposed to say in the clip check? Just Sonia, go grab go grab 2 paragraphs of whatever the fuck you want to say. You can literally call me gay for 2 paragraphs worth. It doesn't matter. But the more words that you say, the better the TTS can understand your voice, and then it'll read it better. You know what I'm saying? So just grab like 3 paragraphs from something and just read it. Read it in the most clear but natural voice that you possibly can. It should be fine. No, do not read from the Milking Bull books. Do not do that. Don't listen to Ron. Don't listen to Ron. She's going to read something disgusting. Watch. I have a feeling.
Hypno deaf into sounding check.
Deaf into sounding check? What? Summer Days, thank you for the 5. DJ Connick, I don't know what you said in your super chat, but it's not reading it, even with the replay. You might want to try something else. Or maybe it's something with 02. It might be 02. It might be certain voices that are struggling to work. I don't know why. Samus, Deidre votes for Samus and says, we could agree to get rid of one of the voices. I say Biden. Yeah, I say Biden too, man. But fuck Biden. He's always having a stroke. Hypno collaboration with DSP when? Brother, really? Really? No. All right, guys, listen. ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Guys, we're going to do the Bigot Army roll call, but before we do any of that, let's talk about the battle, because today we do have the second bracket of the initial round for the Waifu Battle video game tournament. So let's talk about it. Here we go. All right, guys, listen up and listen very closely. The first bracket has been decided, okay? It's been decided. In the next round, we're going to have Princess Zelda versus Lara Croft. We're going to have Jill Valentine versus Mai. We're going to have Morrigan versus Felicia. God help us on that one. And then we're going to have Bayonetta versus Tifa Lockhart. God help us on that one too, boys. That's the first whatever. Actually, that's not the semifinals. That's the next round. It's just what it is. So that's already been decided. Now we got to decide the other bracket. Boys, we got today, starting us off for the secondary bracket, is going to be Samus versus none other than Elizabeth from BioShock. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. That's right. We got Samus versus Elizabeth. And guys, as always, never assume who's going to win, because yesterday's waifu battle was absolutely insane because people were just going at it nonstop. We were going at it nonstop. It was crazy. But we got Elizabeth from BioShock versus Samus from Metroid. Let us know in the super chats today. Start off all your super chats with hashtag whichever name that you want to vote for, and let us know which way you're going. I think this might be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of people tend to forget about Elizabeth, and then they see her picture, and they're like, oh. Exactly. All right, boys. Are we ready? Let's get into the Bigot Army roll call, man. Let's see who is in this chat hanging out with us on this glorious, beautiful Thursday. One day before Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week. We got Handy. What's going on, Handy? Nick Havoc. It's my Friday check. Guys, there's no such thing as it's my Friday. It's just like, it's Friday or it's not. All right? It's Friday or it's not. But shout out to Nick Havoc. We got Creators Freedom. What's going on, man? We got Matthew motherfucking Fritz with a testosterone check. What's going on, dude? We got Lucky E-Boy in the chat. What's up, Lucky E-Boy? How you doing? We got Black Tailgate. We got The Voice in the Water. We got Setsuda Shadow with the Felted check. We got Mr. Melancholy. What's going on, man? We got D Smith. We got D Draconic. There's a lot of D's in the chat. Hey, yo, pause that, though. Pause that. Pause that, please. Please. We got Sonya Lisette in the chat. Shout out to Sonya Lisette.
Samus.
What Destiny 2 is EO's,
no.
I just finished the tutorial.
When Big Mike introduced Destiny, oh man, it was a night to remember.
Have you ever played BioShock Infinite Hypnotic?
Hold on, I'm still getting over the DSP and Obama voices.
Samus turnaround. Fast underscore clap. 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 Fast underscore clap.
You felt it yourself.
Don't hate me, Hypno.
You
I already
felt it
forgot why
yourself.
you hate me.
Bro, Biden is always having a fucking stroke, man. He's always having a stroke. Yo, Creators Freedom felt it himself, brother. That's rough. That's rough. That is rough, man. Oh, man. Sir Spamalot says, I'm getting fed up with these TTS shit. Oh, damn. Oh, all right, well. It's not going anywhere, so I don't know what to tell you. That DSP one is dead on. It really is. It's unbelievable how fucking accurate that is. Guys, let's continue. Who do we got, man? Antrans in the chat. We got Old Man Cad. We got Ryuga. What's going on, Ryuga? How you doing? Let's go. Everyone could have told you this was going to happen as soon as Marathon came out. We did.
What is wrong with these people?
I don't know, Space Monkey. I'm still trying to understand that. I'm still trying to understand that. I don't think we're ever going to quite understand.
Sounding.
What? Summer Days, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Yeah, Space Monkey, I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure that out. Did you see yesterday, Space Monkey? You were here yesterday, right? It's craziness, bro. Craziness. We got Secret Final Boss. We got Weedy for Sweetie in the chat. We got Dark Today. What's going on, man? We got Sky in the chat as well. What's going on? We got Monkey Man 04.
must celebrate 17 months of membership. Damn 17 months. Black tick mark emoji. White tick mark emoji.
It's called a tick mark and not a check mark? Why is it called a tick mark? What the fuck? That's crazy. Shout out to Gouda Dom. It's 17 months. That's a long time, brother. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Guys, what else we got, man? Let's see. We got Monkey Man 04. Shout out to you, my brother. We got, let me scroll down. We got Setsuda Shadow. I think I called her out. That's fine. We got Tuku Curry in the chat. What's going on, dude? We got Full Metal 921. What's going on, Full Metal? We got Ron DFK. Happy Thursday, he says. Thank you, brother. We got Creators Freedom. We got, let me see. Let me scroll down. Thuggish, Ruggish, Dome. We got Azrai. What's going on, Azrai? How you doing? We got Benjamin Altman says, could you please answer my question, Subnautica? Yeah, sure. We'll hold off the stream. Go ahead.
Hashtag Samus.
テスト、テスト、テスト。ハッピーサーズデー。ヒプノラブズスカンパス&パイナップルキザ。
No! You know what?
Lord Samus, D is important to my admiration.
Admiration? Don't you mean administration? I'm confused. D-Draconic, it must have been something you said in the last super chat because that one worked, so I don't know. And stop lying on my name, brother. I don't like scampuses and I don't like pineapple pizza. Stop lying. Stop lying. Thank you for the 5, D-Draconic. Thank you for the 5, Jason. Guys, we're holding up the roll call so that Benjamin can get his questions answered, all his questions answered. We're just waiting. Let me just wait. I know we have a stream to do, but you don't understand. It's important. Just wait. Just wait. It'll be here. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. Stop being impatient. Just give it a second. Just waiting. Just waiting. Hold on. That's okay. That's what the timestamps are for. So super chat. He said, I just wanted my super chat question answered about if you play BioShock Infinite G's. Yes, sir. I was going to answer it when I got to the pre-stream legends. I'm not really like super responding to super chats right now. They're coming in as we're doing the intro. I usually go back and I answer the questions. But yes, I did play BioShock Infinite. Yes, I did. I did play BioShock Infinite, and I didn't like the way that it ended. And I didn't like the multiverse aspect of it that they tried to do at the end of it. But I did. There you go. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. It happens. I apologize. It's okay. Mr. Hardcore Mode says City Sprinkle. Somebody ban him. All right, let's keep going, guys. 4 more people. Who do we got in here? We got Fast Wheel Gaming. We got Flip Shazam. We got Jedi Knight. We got, who else is here? Benjamin Altman's here. We got Soul Reaper 2078.
Samus.
Vote Samus or Corn Pop, and I will shift chat.
You're gonna what, chat? You're gonna shift? Shift. You mean sniff? Shift? Brother.
Is this for Elizabeth from Gintama?
Gintama? No, brother. Oh my God, man. What's wrong with people? Guys, Dan Sheehan's in the chat. What's up? Is Xbox better than PlayStation now? Did they dump the woke shit? No. Fast Wheels Gaming. I already said that one. Hash Slinging Slasher. And last but not least, we got Mr. Hardcore
I'm
Mode.
late, but here.
How dare you be late? We got Mr. Hardcore Mode. We got Diablo Mozart. We got Matthew saying Hero Priest. And we got Life Ferret on Rumble, Sargon on Rumble, Grey Soul on Rumble, Zelosi on Rumble, Bolsky on Rumble, Dark Exile on Rumble, Crash Collins on Rumble, Dietrich Koenig on Rumble, Cushion Sap on Rumble, Demise over on Rumble. And we got, let me see, any other different names over on Rumble? We got T-Jab over on Rumble. And we got, I think that's it. Torinol over on Rumble. There he is. I was wondering. I was like, where's Torinol? All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Everybody got the money shot yesterday because you guys were insane. I don't even know what the fuck was going on last night. We had a record-setting waifu battle. It was unbelievable for the tournament. People clearly wanted Tifa and Triss to both win, but Tifa ended up taking it at the last second. Pause that, by the way. Pause that, by the way. But this time, we're going to give it to someone special. So let's see what we got. We got Soul Reaper saying no censorship, no Harry Bush nuns. What the Harry Bush nun, brother? No Twitter post limits, booty hole protected by anime Sonia's thick thighs. Hypno Key Blast Barrage against Uno Reverse down by 5. Which goes to HPL, Sonia, Mr. Melancholy, Matthew, and then Lucky Boy, which says no Bungie, no Ubislop, no Tabasco sauce, Uno Reverse, I summoned Biden to eat ice cream and clap, clap, clap. I'm not going up by 9. I'm gonna go down by 9. How about that? Going up by 9 is not gonna end well. We got Gaming Wolf, Nitro Buds, Voice of the Water. We got Monkey Man, and then Sonya Lisette. And then we got Jason Long, Creators Freedom, and Dart and Abe that says let the Scampus flip a trap card and attacks your life points directly. Go down by 10. Uno Reverse activates. What's with these big numbers? We got Monkey Man 04, Tuku Curry, Scampus, Jedi Knight, and Mr. Melancholy. Then Dragatella, Matthew, Scrap Gamer, Voice in the Water, and then Sonia, who says, with all the D's in the chat, is it really just one money shot? So, do you really want an answer to that question? Because I think you're going to get the answer to that question. I think that no, you can't say wait. Wait doesn't work. Wait, hold on doesn't work either. Nope. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. Is there only one money shot? Well, you're about to find out. Congratulations, Sonia.
What the?
You know, guys, she's been a mod for a very long time. You would think she would know by now, but unfortunately, it seems like that's not the case. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. And then to question it. It's like, bro, come on, man. What are we doing? Guys, we got a lot we got to go over today. All right? There's a lot we got to go over today. It looks like another super chat came in that's not being read. What the fuck? Sith Lord Kratos for a 5 says, I saw The Mandalorian last night. It was nothing to write home about. They were better off releasing it on Disney+. Yeah, the TTS is acting a little weird. It says limited services whenever I look at the TTS program. So there might be something wrong with some of the voices. I don't know what's going on.
Hashtag Samus.
See, that one worked.
Forget Destiny Girls, Frontline / Reverse Collapsed. Our better franchises both have anime waifus and lore that Destiny wishes it had.
Waifus. Waifus. Yeah, probably. We're going to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about it. Guys, listen, we got a lot we got to go over today. All right? Here's the topics we got planned for today, and we're going to get through them. All right? Number 1, we are going to talk about the massive layoffs that are coming towards Bungie. All right? Bungie just announced that they are effectively stopping updates on Destiny 2. Now, here's why this is important, okay? It's important because there's a lot of things going on right now within the Bungie community. Number 1, you have a bit of a civil war right now between Marathon and Destiny 2. Destiny 2 players are blaming Marathon for the reason why they're not getting content anymore, which, by the way, looks like they were right. And then you have Marathon players saying that Destiny 2 is essentially dragging them down, where, you know, unfortunately, it's like it's something where they have to balance 2 live service games, and they kind of want the focus all on them. Well, here's what happened, right? What happened was Marathon ended up getting this massive, like, multi-page update, right? It was like, how many pages was it? It was like 6 or 7 pages of what they plan to do for the game and how they plan to make the game better. And they got, like, seasons planned all the way to season 5 and all this shit, right? So Destiny fans, after they saw that update, they were like, hey, how come we never got, like, a roadmap like this? How come we never got communication like this? Like, all we want is communication. All we want is, like, something like this. But for Destiny 2, where is it? And guess what? They received their communication today. They received their communication today. And the game's dead. The game's dead, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Their communication that they received from Bungie was, hey, by the way, this is going to be the last updates you guys are getting. We are effectively ending all updates on Destiny 2. Oh, and by the way, it's been admitted, because I thought that it was in production, but it's not. It's been admitted that Destiny 3 is actually not in production either. That's right. That's right. So we are literally looking at Bungie abandoning Destiny, the video game that did way bigger numbers than Marathon could even hope to achieve.
Samus, we have a massive amount of history.
We do have a massive amount of history, Benjamin. Thank you for the 2. Guys, we are literally witnessing Bungie risking it all for Marathon. They're betting everything on Marathon. That is legit what's happening right now. Destiny hit numbers that Marathon can't even dream of. And they're like, yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're going to abandon Destiny and we're going to focus on Marathon. That's fucking insane. Now, obviously, they're going to keep Destiny running. They're going to keep the servers running. But in terms of content, after the last update, there is nothing else. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, so we're going to talk about it because people are fucking pissed, bro. People are fucking pissed. Like, if you go over to the Steam forums, it is not pretty right now. On both sides. If you go to Marathon or if you go to Destiny, on both sides, people are fucking pissed. So we're going to go over all of that and more. It's going to be crazy. PlayStation Network is also getting felted. They are down right now. I believe they're still down, or at least experiencing issues literally all day. And I find the timing to this to be suspicious, considering all the news that PlayStation Network just received recently for how easy it is to hack the network, and Colin Moriarty and all that nonsense that happened with his account getting taken, premeditated, by the way. His account got taken on premeditation. Somebody planned to take his account specifically, and all of a sudden now PlayStation Network is getting felted again. It's just kind of interesting timing. We're going to talk about it, see what's going on. And we got to talk about Subnautica. You guys know the drama around Subnautica has been ramping up. And by the way, while the drama is ramping up on social media, the sales are also ramping up because they have announced that Subnautica 2 has passed 4 million sales. That means the Krafton CEO is sweating fucking bullets because they are officially sub 1 million units away from getting an over $200 million bonus, bro. That's crazy. That is insane. He is sweating fucking bullets.
Hashtag Samus.
He's sweating bullets,
I played the original Marathon trilogy. They are free on Steam right now. Bungie is a skinwalker that needs to be stopped.
Bungie, well, thank you for the $4.99, by the way, Space Monkey. And damn, man, all the votes for Samus. What are we doing? Guys, it's not looking good. We're going to talk about it. We'll talk about all this stuff. Don't worry about it. And guys, you guys know how much of a massive fan for Warhammer video games that I am. I love Warhammer video games. I actually just recently finally fucking perfect achievement, what was it? Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr. I have like 170 some odd hours in that game, almost 180 hours in that game. Finally got the perfect achievement for that. Super excited about that.
Bungie is like Joe Biden wandering aimlessly on stage, shaking hands with invisible people and looking for the exit.
Nice. That's true. That is true, James Opp. Thank you for the 5, brother. I appreciate you, man. Guys, listen. The Warhammer Skulls Showcase dropped. It dropped today. It's like a 40 some odd minute showcase. I don't know if we're going to be able to watch the whole thing, but I want to. I really do, because I heard they announced a lot of good video games. So I want to check it out. They're also having a Warhammer sale. Every time the Warhammer Skulls event happens, they have a Warhammer sale on Steam all across the board. I haven't even had a chance to look at it yet. So I kind of want to check that out if we have time. Also, Take-Two just recently had their fourth quarter and fiscal year 2026 earnings call and a report that basically confirms that GTA 6 is going to be coming out in November. It is going to be coming out in November. And because of that, on top of some other things, we got a lot we got to talk about with that as well. So, I mean, it's fucking packed today, boys. It is a packed day, but we're going to talk about it. Oh, and Xbox, by the way, canceled the Family Game Pass. Because they said, fuck you and your family, boy. That's what they said. That's what they said, boys. We also got the final trailer for 007 First Light we got to look at, too. It's only a minute long for that one. So we're gonna take a look at that and see what's going on with all that nonsense. And I think that's it, man. We got a couple of little funny videos here and there to look at. Nothing too crazy. Oh, and apparently, guys, new Call of Duty's coming out this year. Are you shocked? Oh, man, I'm shocked. Yep. Infinity Ward has confirmed that there is going to be a new Modern Warfare title this year. I know, you're shocked. That's never happened before. That's never happened before. Shit. That has never happened before. Oh, and apparently Hooters wants to become a family-friendly restaurant. What fucking world do we live in? What's actually happening right now? What is actually happening right now? Brother, did you see this shit? Look at this. Look at this shit. Hooters is rebranding as family-friendly, the CEO tells People magazine. They want the restaurant to be seen as a neighborhood place. Guys, without me even looking, because I haven't looked yet, what is the chances of the CEO being a woman? I haven't looked. It probably is a man, but I haven't looked. What's the chances of Hooters having a female CEO? I'm going to check right now. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let's see. Hooters, let's see. Is it a male feminist? CEO Neil Kiefer. It's a fucking dude. It's a goddamn male. Look at this. It's a male feminist. The fast food chain, known for its waitresses or Hooter girls who serve food dressed in revealing outfits, is working to establish its brand as a neighborhood place, CEO Neil Kiefer told People. Kiefer defined Hooters as a beach-themed place centered around the Hooters girls, good food, and being an easy place to relax. It's a neighborhood place that many families frequent, and singles and couples. Kiefer, 74, started... Oh, he's 74, that's why. Oh, he don't give a fuck. His dick don't even work anymore. All right, that makes sense. Brother, what are you doing? Anyway, we got a lot we got to go over, boys. I just saw that. I'm like, this is a fucking clown world. We are living in a clown world. Hooters is going to get felted faster. This is basically the equivalent of what happened with Cracker Barrel. This is the equivalent of what happened with Bud Light. This is the equivalent of a CEO that's completely out of touch.
All the waiters quit to work at OF.
They did. That's true, Benjamin. Actually, that's true. Or sometimes they work there and they promote their OnlyFans at work, you know? I gotta imagine that's probably a thing too. This is gonna be so stupid. Anyway, we'll get into all that and more. But before we do any of that, boys, we gotta do the membership train, okay? We already went over the battle. Listen, in case you need a reminder, it is Samus versus Elizabeth today, boys. Let me know in the super chats. A lot of you guys are voting for Samus already. I see you. Thank you guys so much for your support. However, we need to light this shit up, boys. We need to light this shit up, man. We need to do a massive membership train today. I think today's the day. Today's the day. We need to do... Wait, are we at tier 2? No, we're not even at tier 1. Guys, we need to do a membership train and get into the pre-stream legends, boys. Get on the train, light this shit up if at all possible, and let's have a good fucking stream today. Train emojis in the chat. Where are the train emojis? There it is. I see Backbone. Train emojis. There it is. Sonia, train emojis. Let's go. Let's go. Kicking. Oh, they're already starting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they're already started.
Aboard the membership.
Get on the train.
Lights up, first spark, first
A Kick It Donuts with a membership over on YouTube. Deidre Connick with a membership over on YouTube.
Hypnocast alive, every
Matthew Fritz, 20 memberships over on YouTube. Crash Collins with a membership over on Rumble. Benjamin with a membership over on YouTube. Thank you, sir. It's green everywhere. Train emojis, boys. Train emojis. Let's go.
Side by side, we're breaking the chain. Turn the screen to a burning campaign.
Crash Collins holding it down on Rumble. Thank you, sir.
Remember the name. We are Hypnocast. Membership train.
Hell yeah, boys. The train has officially left the station. You gotta love it, man. Thank you guys so much for the insane support. As always, special shout out to Matthew motherfucking Fritz. Matthew motherfucking Fritz. He says encore, encore, encore. No way. Should I do another one? Matthew motherfucking Fritz dropped a 20 membership hyperbanger on the chat, and he's screaming encore. He's screaming encore. Crash Collins held it down over on Rumble. He was the only one that gifted a membership. Thank you, Crash Collins. Everybody's screaming encore now. Oh, my God. Are we really going to be able to light it up green again? I don't think so. Old Man Cat says, Old Lady Cat wants to know why Hypnotic has a train full of children. They're not children. They're anime waifus. Why don't you ask Old Lady Cat why is she thinking about the age of fictional characters in a non-sexual environment? Guys, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Membership train, get in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard the membership
We haven't done an encore in a while. Let's make it happen.
Lights up, first spark, first flame. Name after name, rushing down the frame. Midnight code.
Train emojis, boys.
Alive, every little badge like a battle cry. I see the
Matthew motherfucking Fritz did 10 memberships over on YouTube. Crash Collins did another membership over on Rumble. Zelosi did a membership on Rumble. Grade 8 did a membership on Rumble. King Demon Wing dropped 5 memberships over on YouTube. Jesus Christ. Benjamin became a member over on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Holy shit. What the? You really couldn't wait? You could. My God, brother. Seriously? Chewbacca? Seriously? Fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. Anyway, Darren Sultan, thank you for the 5. And a kicking dad had snuck in a membership right at the very end like a legend, brother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Rumble held it down this time. Thank you, Rumble. Appreciate it. All right, guys, pre-stream legends. Pre-stream legends. Let's go through all of them quickly, and then we're going to get into the content. We got. Did I get disconnected? Oh, no. Oh no! Did I get disconnected? Is it doing it? Is it doing that disconnect reconnect shit? Is it doing that disconnect reconnect shit? God damn it! God damn it! What the fuck? What's happening? What's happening? Fucking OBS, man. So fucking gay. So gay.
Hashtag Samus.
What?
Samus is
back.
the best. Can't be beat. She loves winners.
She loves winners. Absolutely. Who did that? Final Twin, the fucking legend. Thank you, brother, for the 10. I appreciate that. What the fuck happened? I don't know why OBS does that every now and then. It's so weird. Anyway, sorry, guys. Pre-stream legends. Let's get into it, man. Secret Final Boss. Thank you for the 2, brother. First vote for Samus, as I expected. King Demon Wing started us off with a 5 membership banger.
More memberships! More memberships!
More membership! And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. There's a super chat incoming. Hold on. God damn it. I don't want to. Why do people do this? Why? Is it going to read it? Is it going to read it? It's not going to read it. It's not going to read it. Nope.
Hashtag Elizabeth.
Yep.
Thursday exists to remind us that it's been a long week and that it is not over yet.
Journo say Samus is trans now.
Oh, shit. Oh! Wow.
I probably won't be able to stick around. The internet is messing up again.
That was hot. I'm sorry your internet's messing up. Tell me again. Oh, come on! You know, you are banned, Adair Soto. You are banned from Chewbacca. You are not allowed to use Chewbacca after somebody uses the beauty voice, okay? You're not allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do it. I fucking hate you, bro. I hate you so. You're not allowed to do it. You can't do Chewbacca after Beauty. All right? You fucked up Beauty's voice. Damn it. Mr. Melancholy, thank you for the 5, brother. Adair Sultan, thank you for the 5. Fucking bastard, man, I swear. King Dibbitwig, 5 memberships, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Little Jim's Halo with the 2. You got to ask Epic Mike. Let me know what he says. DJ Connor, thank you for the 5 for the vote for Samus. Appreciate it. Summer Days, thank you for the 5. Space Monkey, thank you for the 4.99. I appreciate it. Vote for Samus. Benjamin Altman with the 2. Yes, I did. We talked about it. I did play BioShock Infinite. Although, you know what's interesting? BioShock Infinite is the only game that I only played one time. I played all the other BioShocks multiple times. I'm currently playing BioShock Remastered on the Steam Deck. There's actually 2 games that I'm playing on the Steam Deck right now. I'm playing BioShock Remastered and I'm playing Wolfenstein. So I've played the other BioShocks multiple times, but for some reason Infinite, I only played one time and then I just I don't know. That was it. I must not have liked the ending that much.
Hashtag Samus, it's the equivalent of Link versus Ice Climbers.
That's not true, bro. Come on. Don't felt Elizabeth like that, bro. Come on. Don't felt her like that. You never finished BioShock 2? You should. You should. I like the tear stuff in Infinite. I mean, I don't know. It's curious. Like, the gameplay's fun. In Infinite, the gameplay's really fun, but I just, for some reason, I never beat it more than once. Brother. You sound like you're having a stroke, or you get your your back blown out. I don't know, by a black guy. Who knows? I have no idea. I have no idea. Chewbacca. Can somebody? Thank you. First off, thank you for the 5. Second off, can somebody take Chewbacca away from Adair Soto?
Samus.
Please.
Samus is fully equipped.
Oh shit! Yeah, here we go.
She has massive weapons and can drain any man of his energy.
Oh yeah. See, Final Twin knows what's up. Final Twin knows what's up. Shout out to Final fucking Twin with the $10 banger. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. See, he did the right thing. He did it after Chewbacca. And then Chewbacca would have just came in after, be like, fucking Chewbacca. Benjamin, thank you for the 2. Hope that answered your question. Creators Freedom felt it himself with a 5. Thank you. Jason Alator with the 5. Thank you. Space Monkey with the 4.99 and a vote for Samus. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then we got Summer Days with the 5. Thank you. Gouda Damas, 17 months. I appreciate that, brother. We got Dietrich Koenig with the 5 for... I'm not even going to address that. Jason Long with the 5. Thank you, sir. We got Jason Long with another 5 for Samus. Another vote for Samus. Jesus Christ.
The Wookiee works, but Kratos. FUTTS.
I don't know what's going on with the Kratos voice, man. It might be one of those things that are down. I have no idea, Sith Lord. You can keep trying. Let me see. If I refresh, it says, let me see what the service status is. Let's see. Did it get better? Service status says outage. Oh my God. Yeah, they're having problems. They're having the TTS program is having problems. Orchestrator API R4 unhealthy. Some of the voices might be down. I don't know why that is. But sorry. Yeah. But most of them seem to be working. If you look, from what I could see, most of them say healthy. So there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 that say unhealthy. Whereas everything else, there's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that say healthy. So the majority of them are okay. So hopefully it doesn't interrupt too much. Guess what does work? Chewbacca. Fucking Chewbacca. Marius for the 2. He says, I'm late, but here. Thank you, Marius. Sith Lord with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. Space Monkey with a 489. A vote for Samus. I appreciate that. Benjamin with the 2. Thank you for a vote for Samus. 499 from Space Monkey. Another vote for Samus. I appreciate that. Then James Zopp with the 5. Thank you, James Zopp. Benjamin Ultimate with the 2. I appreciate that. And then a Kickin' Donuts with 1 membership. Dietrich Connick with 1 membership. And Matthew motherfucking Fritz dropped a 20 membership hyperbanger. But I think there's a super chat coming in, so now I gotta wait. I don't know if Obama might not work. I don't know. It also depends on what you say in the super chat. You gotta be careful, man, because the TTS will
Hashtag Samus.
There you go.
I know Samus is a woman my husband Big Mike told me wait. I meant my wife, oh no, I'm in trouble.
My husband Big Mike is fucking crazy. It's
Hashtag Samus02. Chewbacca is better than Zesty, DSP, or Biden.
That's true. That's true. If I had to pick any of them, it'll be Chewbacca. Because Zesty is gay as fuck. DSP is DSP. You know, like, I agree. You listen, man, we got to celebrate Matthew motherfucking Fritz. This fucking legend out here, man, dropped a 20 membership hyperbanger on the chat.
We have ourselves a red boy. Hyper banger!
Hold on. I'm sorry. You're going to get blue balls. Because Matthew motherfucking Fritz at the very last second says that he wants bananas.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one.
The chat's going to be so mad right now.
I hypnotic, hypno, yes,
Bananas in the chat, boys. Bananas in the chat. Let's go.
Big, strong, beefy man.
Bananas in the chat.
He's got that pussy ready to pop.
How about a TTS of you, Scam, and Sonya? Let's make it happen.
Sounds like a terrible idea, K-Styles.
This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of
your shoulders.
You gay as hell.
Matthew motherfucking Fritz, bro. 20 memberships. Blue balling the entire chat. Half the people were like, no, why'd you stop the anime waifu clip? Don't worry. If we get another red boy, maybe they'll ask for anime waifus. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Matthew Fritz, thank you, brother. We got Benjamin Altman with the membership. Thank you, sir. And then Matthew Fritz dropped another 10 memberships.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Matthew Fritz with the 10 extra memberships. I appreciate that. And then King Demon Wing dropped 5 more memberships on the chat.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to King Demon Wing with the 5 memberships. And then Benjamin Altman became a member all on his own. Thank you, Mike Goodman. I appreciate that, brother. Let's see what else we got. We got Adair Soto with the 5 with Chewbacca, of course, and then a Kickin' Donuts with the membership. Thank you, sir. Final Twin voting for Samus with the 10. Thank you. And then Ron DFK with the 5 for Elizabeth. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mr. Melancholy with the 5 for Samus. I appreciate that very much. And then Adair Soto with the 5 for Chewbacca, of course. Of course. Benjamin Altman with a 2 for hashtag Samus, as always. And then Adair Soto again with Chewbacca because he's obsessed. He's obsessed. Final Twin with the 10 for Samus. I appreciate that. And then Adair Soto with a 5 for guess who? Chewbacca. Shocker. Sith Lord Kratos with a 2. Thank you, sir. And then Space Monkey with the 499 talking about his husband, Big Mike. And then we got Adair Soto doing Chewbacca again with the 5. And Dietrich Connick with a 5 for Samus. Then we got Ron DFK. I don't think we heard this one. This one we didn't hear. Can I replay this one? Yes. This one we didn't hear. I feel like it's going to be really slutty. Let's listen to this one. I think this
Hashtag
one...
Elizabeth.
Yeah, here we go.
The scene with Solo and the Wookiee cleaning off mud and Solo was hot.
That was not... Oh my... That was a mistake.
Hashtag Samus give the guys their anime waifus.
Oh, shit!
Hashtag Samus.
Did you hear about Helldivers 2's new collab announcement? They chose Warhammer 4 because they know the player base is dying after all the nerfs they keep dropping.
No, I was going to react to the trailer, that, the showcase that I haven't seen yet. So there's a spoiler. There's a spoiler. Ron DFK, what the fuck? So you had, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask. K Styles, I'm working on bringing Sonya to the TTS if she will just give me a 1-minute voiceover, but she hasn't done that yet.
Bossman, my apologies for being absent. We have just finished the new Hypnoe and we have sent it out to all the lonely women. Stunts go up.
Colonel Rob, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the fun. You finished the Hypno AI. I appreciate that, man. Send it to all the grandmas out there. They'll love it. I'm sure they'll love it. They'll have a good time. K-Styles, I'm working on getting Sonya there. T-Jap is the silent protagonist of the Bigot Army, so I don't think he's going to do that. And, I mean, you already hear my voice all day, so why would you want to hear it again? Unless you want to make me say some gay shit, and that's probably it. That's probably it. Thank you for the 5. Matthew motherfucking Fritz. All right, all you guys complaining about no anime waifu clip, you're going to see it right now. You're going to see it right now because Matthew Fritz dropped a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger on the chat.
We have ourselves a Red Boy Hyperbanger!
shake my bed.
Oh, come on! I hate you. I hate you, Chewbacca! I hate you, Chewbacca. I hate you and everything you stand for. I hate you and everything you stand. You son of a bitch. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Fucking Chewbacca, man. Fuck. Monkey Man says topics. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the topics. If I got to stream later, we'll get to the topics, man. Don't worry about it, man. People having a good time. Just have a good time, man. We got 400 people in here plus, not even including Rumble, man. Having a good time. Matthew motherfucking Fritz, listen, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being nice to the chat, man. That's $100 for Samus, though. Guys, what are we doing, bro? Like, do we not like BioShock? Do we not like BioShock? Are we not going to try to save Elizabeth here? What's going on, man? Holy shit. Speedy Cake with the $20 banger. Thank you. I was going to react to the trailer today, but now I know what are the things that are happening. So thank you. I appreciate that. Colonel Rob with the 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Speedy Cake with another 20. He says, oh, shit. Oh, we didn't hear this one. We barely heard this one. All right, let's replay that one. We barely heard that one from...
Hashtag Samus.
Or shake my bed.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, brother. Oh, my God. This was such a mistake. FBI, open up! This was such a... What? Bro, why did you end it like that? Wait, so did you blow the FBI agents or something? Like, what? I'm so confused by the storyline. I'm so confused by the storyline, bro. Adair Soto, thank you for the 5 with the Chewbacca. I appreciate that. Bro, all right. I don't know what's going on. It's like kind of frozen right now. I'm sure it'll catch up. All right, while it's catching up, let me go over to Rumble. Let me go over to Rumble and see what Rumble's doing, man. Rumble,
Don't lie, Hypno. You love Chewbacca. He is the best and the greatest Fireball. Embrace him, put him, and give him cookies.
No.
Also give this to Samus.
No. You got to put hashtag Samus at the beginning.
Also, I send you your new fav on Steam.
Oh, my God, bro. What did you send me on Steam? What did you... Thank you, Adair Soto, with the 5. Mr. Vegeta, I don't know if yours actually played. I think it played during the music. I'm almost positive. I'm going to replay it. I'm going to replay it for you.
Hashtag Samus.
Chewbacca is what I call my hubby Big Mike's Big Mite.
What? Brother. I think I'm going to stop replaying. I think I'm going to stop replaying, bro. Because holy fuck. Y'all are getting way too creative with this shit. It's actually unbelievable. It's too much, man. It's too much. What the fuck? Gray the Merchant with $1 for hashtag the baby. The baby merchant has graced us today. The mad lass is the miracle child. Bless as fuck. Oh shit, you had the baby today, bro. Hey, hold on. Stop the clock. In all seriousness, congratulations, Gray the Merchant. Yo, Gray the Merchant had his baby today. That's awesome news. Congratulations, man. We got a first time. I think first time daddy. Pretty sure. Congrats, man. Your life's gonna change forever. Congrats, brother. That's awesome, man. Holy shit. Look at that. Good news, man. Good news. You love to see it. Crash Collins gifted a membership. Thank you, Crash Collins. Adair Soto with $1. Hypno, I know why they're changing to family friendly. There's no more hot women. All of them are
Samus
OnlyFans.
as much as I love BioShock. Infinite was definitely the weakest in the trilogy. Especially the DLC.
Yeah, I can't argue that. I can't argue that, Debo. Thank you for the 5, bro. Gray the Merchant, Chewbacca says congratulations. Thank you for the 5. I hate you so much. Adair Soto, I agree, though, with the $1. Thank you, sir. Crash Collins with the membership. Thank you. Zalosi with the membership. Thank you. And then Great Ape with the membership. I appreciate that. Thank you, Great Ape. Torinol with a 2. With the infinite realities of Infinite, all outcomes occur. At that point, does individual choice matter? Multiverses erase narrative stakes. See, this is why I feel like when I got to the end of BioShock Infinite, I feel like the speciality of Rapture kind of died a little bit for me. You know what I mean? Like, not that it's like a terrible. It's not a terrible game. Like, I thought the game was fine, and I thought overall the narrative was fine. But then when it got to the end and it did the whole, like, you have infinite lighthouses and shit, and every lighthouse is a world, and you know, Rapture is part of one of those. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what made Rapture so special kind of died a little bit for me. Because, like, Rapture was a marvel, right? The fact that it was built the way that it was, especially underwater, it became its own. It has so much history there. And for it to just be, like, one of many, just kind of killed it a little bit for me. I'm not going to lie to you. You know? But still, that's just my personal opinion. Again, not that the game is bad. I feel like the writers thought that was going to wow a lot of people. But I really think it kind of had the opposite effect.
Hashtag Samus.
Am I smell something? Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Oh, no.
Endless sniffing, sniff, sniff, and sniff, more sniffing, sniff,
God.
sniff.
Oh, my God. FBI, open up! Oh, my God, bro. Biden. Somebody arrest Biden already. What the fuck? Torno, thank you for the 2. Mighty Megatron with the 2. Bro made enough money to free Puerto Rico. Where is my damn whip emoji? I don't have an answer for that. I've just been very busy. I don't have an answer, though. I'm sorry. Yeah, I gave you a new anime waifu red clip. I've been working on those. Guys, thank you, Mighty Megatron. I think we are fully caught up, boys. We are finally fully caught up. And one last reminder before we get into the content, because, again, I'm going to pause the TTS for a little bit. If TJAP can give me an update, that would be great. But right now, again, we are going with Samus versus Elizabeth. This is to determine the first winner of the second bracket in our tournament for video game waifus that we have right now. Today is Samus versus Elizabeth. Tomorrow is 2B versus Ciri from The Witcher. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. It'll be Sunday. We don't do it tomorrow. Sunday's 2B versus Ciri. Monday will be Cortana versus Trish from Devil May Cry. Chun-Li versus Lulu. Claire versus Kasumi. We got a lot going on, boys. There's a lot going on. But right now, today, is Elizabeth versus Samus. So you let me know which way we're going to go. I'm pretty sure Samus has a massive fucking lead right now. But that's okay. We've seen the turnarounds happen. So we'll figure it out from there. All right, guys. Are we ready to get into the content, boys? I've hearted every single
Elizabeth
super chat.
looks like Sydney Sweeney. Brick emoji.
So vote for her. Vote for her. Shout out to Alucard, brother. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate that, man. All right, guys. I'm going to pause the TTS for right now. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to pause it. I could keep it open for the fast topics. We're about to get into the fast topics right now. We kind of already made fun of the whole Hooters thing because, you know, it's fucking retarded. But in case you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream, Hooters is apparently rebranding as a family-friendly restaurant. The CEO tells People Magazine they want the restaurant to be seen as a neighborhood place. So, yeah, guys, lots of families, lots of, like, little kids running around in the Hooters and stuff. You know, it's that kind of a place. That's what they want it to be. This is going to be the beginning of the end. This is going to be the Bud Light Cracker Barrel scenario for Hooters. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to hear about how they lost a ton of money over the next 90 days. I guarantee you that is going to happen. Just like it happened with Bud Light, just like it happened with Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel was really bad. Really bad. We're talking like massive felting for Cracker Barrel when the CEO of that company decided to want to modernize it and get rid of all the problematic, visuals of Cracker Barrel. That didn't end well. They had to reverse everything and spend almost $1 million plus in order to try to reverse. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Almost $1 billion, I think it was. I think it was like $700 million, something like that. I don't know. It was a lot of money. Regardless, they had to spend a fuck ton of money to reverse the bad decisions of one female CEO. So good job there. But anyway, we'll talk about that if any news comes of that later down the line. Another fast topic really quick. Guys, shocking news. You're all about to be completely fucking shocked. I already know it. I know it. I can see it on your faces already. You guys can't believe this is happening right now.
Hashtag Samus Elizabeth, don't vote for me. I backstabbed my father and I am the reason everything is wrong in Bioshock.
Damn.
What a terrible woman.
Damn, the man brought out the fucking lore for that one. Shout out to Space Monkey. Thank you for the $4.99. Holy shit. Second off, guys, I know you're very, very, very shocked right now. You're very shocked. But Infinity Ward has done us the favor to announce that they are officially confirming that this year we'll have a new Call of Duty. And it is going to be a Modern Warfare title.
Holy shit.
I know. No way. Yeah, I know. Can you believe that? Can you believe that this year's Call of Duty is going to be a Modern Warfare title? Can you believe that after last year we had a Black Ops title? Can you believe that? It's almost as if they've been doing this for like a fucking decade plus already. I know. It's crazy, right? Wow. Not surprised? Yeah, I know. None of us are surprised. But they did announce this. Guys, I will say this, though. It's looking like Summer Games Fest.
My last visit, me and friends were cheered OJ.
You were cheered OJ? What the fuck? Ron, thank you for the 2. Guys, I will say this, though. Summer Games Fest, it looks like it's kicking off to be something pretty decent this year. I think there's going to be a lot of big news coming out because they're inviting a lot of people that usually either don't get invited or they don't have space for, whatever. They're inviting a lot of people to basically be there live to witness whatever's going to go down. So I think there's going to be some big news there. And I don't know if it's just going to be GTA 6, to be honest with you. I feel like GTA 6 is the obvious thing. Not that it's going to be, small or anything. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's the obvious thing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in Summer Games Fest, but I'm pretty sure you could guarantee that they're going to showcase Modern Warfare at Summer Games Fest. They're probably going to showcase Modern Warfare at Summer Games Fest. Guys, I saw this video. I want to share it with you really quick. Check this out. So this video says, you should play Forza Horizon 6 with other players. It's peak. So I was like, okay, let's see, because I like Forza Horizon 6. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Yo.
Okay, big boss.
He fucking rage quit. He rage quit. Listen, with all due respect, if you race me in online video games, I'm absolutely racing dirty. All right? I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I don't know if people are just new to this, but brother, like, that's the least of your concerns. Okay? Was that me? No, that was not me. I wish it was, because I absolutely would have done it. But no, like, that's not me. But yeah, this is the least of your concerns, bro. Yeah. Hound says, no joke, I also do that shit so much. Yeah, I feel like, bro, if you're in a race, anything goes. Anything goes. There's no honor amongst racers, bro. Like, a win's a win. That's the oldest classic saying. A win is a win, man. You could complain about it at the door. But no, I thought this was pretty funny, man. People are posting their videos like, I guess maybe this is their first racing game. I don't know. But that was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. All right, let's get this off. And where are we at? Okay, let's do this. let's cover. I was gonna make this a main topic, but I'm actually gonna make it a fast topic. It's only a minute long, guys. We got the new 007 trailer. This is the final trailer before release. Okay, final trailer before release, guys. So I want to check this out, see what we got. They decided to release this today. I find it interesting they didn't save this for Summer Games Fest. I guess they couldn't afford it. I don't know. Who knows? Oh wait, what am I talking about? The game comes out before Summer Games Fest. Never mind. I'm retarded. Forget that. Forget that. We are going to check this out and see what's going on. It's a minute-long trailer. Their final trailer before release. Let's see what we got going on. Here we go.
I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it.
Ooh, I just know she felt strong there. I didn't catch your name. I didn't give it. Damn, nice.
Bond is immature and reckless. Headstrong. Thrill-seeking. Issues with authority.
Needs our new star air crewman Bond.
Do you mind telling me why I'm here?
I want to make you a spy.
St. John Smythe, my dear.
009 is a master manipulator.
To catch him, we're going to need eyes everywhere.
When you're ready, Bond.
What about the girl?
A means to an end.
That's an interesting pickup line.
Whatever his endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Okay. Well, I already know about the Legacy Edition with the golden gun and everything like that. Yeah, every time I see this trailer, I'm kind of just like, all right. Yeah, apparently, I guess they're going for 009. I don't know. I don't really know what the story is that they're going for with this, but overall, it has to be at the same level of excitement that the other trailers have had me at, which is like very average. Very average, very like, yeah, you know? How much for the gun? I don't know. I think this was like $200 or something like that for the whole thing, or $250, something like that. And it actually comes with the game, ironically, which is funny because usually they don't. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I'm going to be reviewing this game for you guys, but I'm not really like, this is not, for some reason, this game just ain't doing it for me. I don't know. I'm hoping when I play it, I'm wrong, but as of right now, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's continue. Super generic looking game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because it's the origin story. Another fast topic, guys. So Xbox. This is kind of interesting. Xbox reportedly has canceled its planned Game Pass family plan. This is also going to piss off a lot of people. Now, I find this interesting considering that Xbox has been on this entire campaign to try to rebrand themselves and also make them, you know, they were about the whole family thing. They were really going hard on it, but apparently they're going to be canceling it. The subscription would have allowed up to 4 users to share access to the full Game Pass library at a discounted rate. It was tested in countries including Ireland and Colombia, but was ultimately dropped after EA strongly opposed the shared library concept and its impact on overall game sales. So it looks like this is not going to be happening after all. And I think they might be onto something because, again, keep in mind, guys, like Game Pass already is not profitable as it is. They just reduced the price, got rid of Call of Duty, and it's still not profitable. It's going to take quite a bit of figuring out what's going to make this thing profitable, if anything. And whoring out your games at a discounted rate when they're already basically being whored out at a discounted rate is not exactly the best idea. Even if you get a surplus of subscribers, let's say instead of $19.99, you get like 3 more at $12.99 or $10.99. It doesn't matter. Like you're still whoring it all out at the end of the day. Mr. Rude says, even if really, really short, John Wick teaser is 100 times better. Yeah, you talking about the video game? The John Wick video game? Did they release a new trailer for that? I don't think so. We reacted to the first one. Did they release another one, Mr. Rouge? Let me know. But yeah, so if any of you guys were looking forward to maybe using this, the family plan, it looks like it's not happening, unfortunately. EA games are shit. Yeah, I don't think this necessarily has to do with only EA, but I think that they were probably a big part of it They probably were very loud about it. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's being canceled as well. I just want to hit those fast topics really quick. Last fast topic, guys. PlayStation is getting felted again. I don't know if you guys noticed, but online right now, PlayStation Network is currently experiencing a lot of issues with many players unable to sign in, play online games, open the PlayStation Store, or even access their digital games that they paid for. Now, beautiful thing about this. Oh, I got to check gifted games. Fuck, I forgot about that. All right, I'll check it after this. The beautiful thing about all this is that this is happening right after a major story just broke out, right? With Colin Moriarty and the fact that his account was hacked in a premeditated way. It's not like his account was hacked in a way that, you know, was just random. No, somebody targeted him. Somebody targeted him and others as well that are close to him or prominent or, you know, like, they targeted Dustin. They targeted. I'm sorry, Destin. They targeted Colin Moriarty. They've been targeting a lot of people. Some of it's random. Some of them are big people. But overall, they've been targeting these people. And, you know, the conversation around PlayStation Network safety has become pretty huge again. And to be fair, the conversation around PlayStation Network safety has always been huge. Because PlayStation never wants to fucking admit that they have the worst security out of any platform currently available within gaming. They have the worst, okay? And there's a lot of people out there that have inside information regarding PlayStation and how they do things, and they're all saying that they don't fucking care, right? They're all saying that PlayStation purposely sets things up this way because it's the cheapest, and they also know that it's happening, and they're not doing anything about it. They're kind of just staying quiet on it overall. But PlayStation has had and has always had the worst security by far. So it says Sony has confirmed problems with PSN services, but hasn't said what caused the outage yet. I think this is extremely suspicious timing because considering that all the hacks just happened, like I said, with Colin Moriarty, and it was happening for weeks even before him. He was just the biggest one who got hacked, so obviously the news spread fast. But considering it's been happening for weeks, and now all of a sudden after that story went mainstream, now there's problems with PlayStation. Like, what the fuck is going on? Keep in mind, people pay for this service, right? This is the most insulting thing that people, like, as a PC player, we don't pay for anything. We don't pay to play online. That's what our internet service provider's for, right? We don't pay Steam or Epic Games or anybody to play online. It's all free, right? But in terms of PlayStation, people are paying into this service. People are utilizing and paying into these services. So that's even more insulting to have minimal security. And not only that, but so many problems, you know? Everybody remembers the infamous PlayStation hack, right? Everybody remembers that. It was one of the worst hacks in gaming history. It was probably one of the biggest eggs on PlayStation's face, aside from Concord, you know, basically, you know, getting canceled. You know, they're almost equivalent, right? But at least in terms of public shame, but in terms of financial loss, PlayStation, the hack, cost them an ungodly amount of money. Like, I don't even remember how much it was, but I know it was ridiculous. They were losing so much money per day, it's disgusting. You know, it will make Concord look like an indie game. That's how much money. Yeah, Lizard Squad. There you go. I forgot the name of the people that hacked him. But they lost so much money, it would make Concord seriously look like an indie game. It will actually make it look free to play at that point. That's how much money they lost. But everybody remembers that hack. And I just can't believe that still to this day, people question why people don't want to give their information so easily over to PlayStation, right? Because I bring it up all the time. The situation that happened with Helldivers, that made me stop playing Helldivers. I really liked Helldivers. I actually enjoyed Helldivers 2 a lot. I was playing with a lot of people at the time where it was in, you know, in its prime. But the moment they try to do that PlayStation bullshit, where they were like, oh yeah, we totally meant for you to have to sign up for PlayStation Network. Sorry, we forgot to do it for 3 months while we were trying to see whether or not the game was going to be massively successful. So now we're trying to pull the rug out from under you and pretend like it was always like that. And we need you to sign up for PlayStation and connect your Steam account to PlayStation. Fuck that. Fuck that shit, brother. Okay? PlayStation Network wanting you to connect your Steam account to PlayStation Network, you guys absolutely have not earned that right. So that's why I personally quit that game. And I know a lot of people had major problems with that game, and even after they fixed it afterwards and they were like, okay, we're not gonna do it, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, I want nothing I want nothing to do with that. So overall, it says the last major PSN outage occurred in February 2025. That's only a year ago. Like a year and a couple of months. So and before that, I'm sure it was probably a year before that too. When the network was down for almost a full day worldwide over the past year, PSN has had several outages. So these are, you can clearly see all the reports that are coming in. Thousands of reports coming in about the PlayStation Network being down. It's not good, man. Sony, even Cassie's like, I can't believe people still pay for this scam in the big 2026. Wait, what is this?
Oh, fuck!
Oh, that's where that came from? Oh, that makes sense. Good thing they're charging you that extra $1. Actually, that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. The ABF says this because keep in mind, guys, they just raised the price of PSN Network $1 to $2 per tier, right? I think it's $1 for the lowest tier and $2 for the highest tier or something like that. And they've been raising the price multiple times in a year. So they keep raising the price, but they keep offering you shittier and shittier service. Why are we doing this? Is this hack because of market conditions, or is this like network outage because of market conditions? Like what are we doing? At this point, this is like a yearly event. Should people look forward to this every year? Should we put it on our calendars? You know? Listen, man, only for new subscribers? Oh, okay, I got it. So basically, you have to stay slaved away to PlayStation for the rest of your life if you want to avoid the price increase. Because that sounds fair. So you basically can never have any lapse in PlayStation. God forbid you lose your job and you got to unsubscribe for a month or two, and you can't afford the PlayStation Network subscription, but then when you get a job again and you have some money saved, you want to resubscribe again, now you got to pay more. Because that's okay, right? I don't know, man. Again, I think that the excuses that are made for PlayStation, and honestly, not just PlayStation, but a lot of these companies too, the excuses that get made are getting a little bit ridiculous, truthfully. You know? It's getting ridiculous. $12 extra a year isn't bad compared to every other subscription. Okay. So this is like one of those things where people try to downplay what's happening in one area by saying that it's not as bad as what's happening in another area, right? So it's the same excuse that a lot of people use in politics, where they're like, well, why are you complaining about, you know, you just lost your job? Why are you complaining about the fact that your foot got cut off? Why are you complaining about the fact that your arm got blown off? Do you not understand? There's a genocide happening. There's a genocide happening. What are you complaining about? Your life's hard. Your girlfriend left you. What are you complaining about? There's a genocide happening. It's like that whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's not as bad as other subscription services, it doesn't mean that what they're doing is suddenly okay as well. Because the other subscription services, no offense to PlayStation, they offer more content, right? When Netflix goes up in price, look at everything Netflix offers. Their catalog is much bigger than PlayStation. So, and with PlayStation, most people only pay for the service because they want to play online. You know, that's really what it is. That's how it is for all these services, by the way. Outside of PC, because we don't pay to play online, but like PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, like that's how it goes. That's why they do it. They only want to access online gameplay. You know, not so much with Nintendo, because I don't feel like they have that same kind of player base. But with PlayStation and Xbox, 100%, that's what it's about. So, but in any case, they are charging you more money and still giving you the same fucking service that they've been giving you for the last decade. And I just don't understand why PlayStation and Sony, with all the money that Sony has, why are we still doing this? I don't get it. I don't understand. You pay around $180 a year in Australian, and you get to keep around 20 games a year. Were those all games that you would have bought? Were those all games that you would have bought like day one to make up for the cheaper price per year that you're paying on subscription? This month they added Wu-Chang. That's a good game. That's definitely a plus. Again, guys, listen. At the end of the day, you can scream value all you want, but we all know that most people are paying to play online. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. No, but the dollar value on the few are worth it. Are they? Like, genuinely, I'm trying to understand the mindset. Like, are they though? Because I would almost guarantee you, because I know how PlayStation works, and when they put games up on their platform, they put their games on their platform about 6 months to a year after the games have come out. So by then, usually those games are on super sale or have been on super sale at some point in time. So the question is whether or not if you buy these video games and you buy them on sale, do you really equate to the value? Right? Wu-Chang is 60 Aussie right now. Okay. Out of curiosity, let me see something. Hold on. Because I haven't been following Wu-Chang. So let's see. Let's check out Wu-Chang. I haven't been following it. Wu-Chang, Fallen Feathers. Great game, by the way. Had a fantastic time. Great game. So the cheapest... Sorry, hold on. The cheapest Wu-Chang has been is... Sorry. Cheapest Wu-Chang has been is 30% off at $34.99. That's USD. So what would that be in Australian? Where the fuck are you guys here? Australian. So the cheapest it's ever been on Australian dollars, $35.49. So the cheapest you could have bought this game on Steam anyway. I don't know how it is on PlayStation with their dynamic pricing, because you might be one of those customers that have to pay more depending how invested you are in their platform, because PlayStation does do that. But on Steam anyway, it was $35.49. You know? So I don't know. It seems interesting. I could play the uncensored original version by using a disc with no internet. Yeah, that's fair. You can also play the uncensored original version by not paying online to play on Steam and download a mod that changes everything back to the original version. Just like there's a way around that sounds ridiculous on PlayStation, there's also a way around that sounds ridiculous on PC without having to pay to play online. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, I totally understand where you're coming from, Nitro. I get it. But what I'm telling you is that this is kind of like, you know, kind of like one of those situations where we're making excuses for this company just because we see this perceived value that is really just perceived value. Again, I'm not saying that you're not going to find a banger every now and then on PlayStation Plus. Of course you are. You know? Of course you are. But at the end of the day, it's always in their benefit, you know? And that's how it goes for every company, by the way. This is not a PlayStation thing. This is not just like strictly a PlayStation thing. Like every company, if they say that something's in your favor, it's in their favor, okay? Like that's pretty obvious, right? So anyway, all right, let's move on. But yeah, that's basically what's going on with PlayStation. I just find it interesting to see this entire situation go down yet again. And again, guys, every company...
3 genders for Forza. The modern odd science must be exited.
Oh, no. I just had a serious conversation, brother. Oh. Bro, I just had a serious conversation. And you got to come in here with the zesty fester, clapping some fucking cheats. God damn it, bro. We can never behave, can we? It's like impossible. It's impossible. PlayStation has Gran Turismo. I mean, PC has Forza. I mean, I don't want to. What are we talking about? I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's continue. Is that Yoda dying? Yes, maybe. It says Yoda, so probably, yeah. Who the fuck was that? I don't know. I have no idea. All right, let's continue, guys. Hold on. Let me X this out. Good old PlayStation Network. Guys, let us go into... You know what? How much time we have? We got a little bit of time. I'm going to go a little bit longer today. Guys, let's get into this situation. I want to talk about the Bungie stuff. I'm pausing TTS for this. 100%. Let me pause TTS for this. Let me check Rumble really quick. Any super chats came in on Rumble? Rumble, what are you guys doing? Rumble is asleep. All right, that's fine. We love him anyway. Guys, actually, before we do that, we got a bunch of gifted games that I promised to check. Let me check that really quick. People are nice enough to gift games. Let me see what's going on. 6 gifted games? What the fuck is going on? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. You know what's crazy? So I saw this game going viral on social media. I saw this game going viral on social media, right? And I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, I guarantee that somebody from my community is going to gift me this fucking game today. Because it's going viral, everybody's learning about it, and once that happens, and it's something like this, the trolls in my community are immediately like, you know what? I think this is the perfect game for you, brother. I think this is the perfect game for you. And that's exactly what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? And then the audacity to say very educational. The audacity, very educational, is crazy, bro. Wow. Wow. Gaz, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will do a lot of leering in this game, I'm sure, before Steam eventually bans the sale of this game because they're trying to make a big stink over it. Unbelievable, man. Holy shit. Plantation Simulator is a simple farming simulator where you motivate workers to pick your crops, maintain a beautiful farm by repairing fences to keep workers focused, choose multiple crops to grow and enhance, upgrade to maximize your success. It's so funny because that's not how this game is advertised. At least I don't believe so anyway. You know what? Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure it says something totally different. Hold on. Plantation Simulator. All right, let's see. This game's getting review bombed, bro. It's got mixed reviews. It's getting review bombed. Holy shit. Did they get rid of their whole, like, whip a black person into shape thing that they had in the description? I think they did. Oh, no. Hold on. No, it's here. Hold on. The developers described the content like this. In this game, you'll be whipping workers to keep your farm productive. If you whip your workers too much, they will die. Didn't it say black? Didn't it say black before? I'm almost positive it said black before. Or was that fake? That was probably fake, wasn't it? That was probably somebody faking it, screenshotting it, like faking the screenshot and spreading it on social media. That's probably what it was. I would almost bet money on that. It was, right? It said black. You sure? It said black on Steam. You check Steam? Like, what? I don't feel like Valve would have allowed that. You know? Like, I know the videos obviously have black people in it. I know that. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I want to look at the reviews. Hold on. Used to be lore accurate to the past, but newest update just whitewashed everything. Black representation is so rare, and it continues to be overshadowed by white supremacy. Bad update just ruined the whole premise. Wait, did they bend the knee? No. Did they bend the knee? Or is this a joke? Is this a joke? The game was very fun, but I cannot recommend this game to anybody. Initially, when I played the game, it had meaning, purpose, but after the latest update, all the drive was removed. I cannot in good faith let anyone continue to play this game and be misled by the terrible game that is the intro videos of an honest man's work. Maybe if the new update was reversed, I would consider rebuying the game, but until then, I enjoy my refund. Dude, what? Did they actually reverse? Hold on. I gotta look on X now. Hold on. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole. Give me 1 second, boys. Hold on. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole. Plantation Simulator. Hold on. Bro, if they bent the knee, If they bent the knee, that's going to be fucking crazy. Hold on. Let me look at this. Did they bend the knee or not? People are saying, look at Grum's post. Oh, no. No, bro. Holy crap, play as a plantation owner, raise your crops, motivate your workers with a whip. What? It's been going up and going viral. I give it another hour or two on Steam before it's yanked. There's some catchy music. It got patched. Everyone is white now. Bro, no. Why? Why? Okay. There's a couple of theories. I have a couple of theories. All right. Let's go back. I have a couple of theories. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if the trailer. Let me see if the trailer is accurate. It looks like it is. It looks like it is. Everybody's white. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, everybody's white. Everybody's white now. Wow. Bro. Okay, so I have a couple of theories. All right. Here's my theory as to why this went down the way that it went. Okay. Number one, the obvious theory is that this game costs fucking nothing to make, right? Like barely anything other than someone's time. They made a bare bones game that was going to be super controversial, that they were hoping would go viral on social media to make a bunch of people buy the game, and then they were going to change it right after, in order to try to bait and switch as many people to buying the game as possible. That's number one. That's number one, right? Number two, and this is probably a little bit more concerning, this game could potentially be one of those malware video games that is trying to trap people into downloading the video game under the guise of comedy, and then people download the video game, they switch it up so that they can stay on Steam, and then they can stay, by staying on Steam and not having any problems, they can now go after anybody who downloaded the game, you know, by basically trapping them. I don't know. That's my two theories on this, because why else would you do this? Why would you be somebody who is going to make a video game that is obviously going to be controversial, right? It's so obvious. It's going to be controversial. There's no way that people are not going to complain about this in the world that we live in. So why would you go about making a video game like this, knowing exactly what you're doing, just to patch it the next day? You know, it's kind of weird, right? That just doesn't make any fucking sense. So it seems like there might be something else here that we can't quite see on the surface. But if you look, they changed everything. Screenshots, videos, everybody's white now. They changed it all. None of it is how it was before. I saw the pictures before. You know? I saw the pictures before, so it just, something seems really fucking sus. Hold on. Let me look at these developers. Who is the developers? Brother, look at these developers. Absolutely suspicious. Look at this, bro. Hold on. Look at this. Fizzy Busy. Plantation Simulator. Crucifier. Christian game. A Christian game. Left for Bread. Femboy Furry. Lakeside Has No Lake. Boomer Brawler. My Pet Femboy. Zombies Ate by Femboy. This is 100% suspicious. If I was any of you guys, I would not fucking play this game. I'm sorry. I would not play this game. I would not doubt that there will be a reveal at some point that one of these games has malware in it. If anybody's good at this stuff, they should scan these games for it to see if they find anything. Because this is highly suspicious. Highly, highly suspicious. Why is this in my library? I must have accepted this way back when. I'm not playing this, though. Yeah, I would not play this, guys. If I were you, I would not play this. Why do I have that game in my library? That was because I was accepting games like that back in the day, and then I realized it's probably a bad idea. So I kind of stopped doing that. That's why. Just change it from hashtag FFFF. Oh, okay. Okay. Steam says you have 23 hours in it. I don't have 23 hours in it. You're absolutely lying. You're lying through your teeth. I do not have 23 hours in it. I have 0 hours in it. But no, in all seriousness, all jokes aside, guys, all jokes aside, do not play this game. I think that there's something weird going on with it. Can't place my finger on it. But what I will say is that it kind of worked. It kind of worked. Hold on. Because if you look before the patch, look what happened. Once it started going viral on social media, a bunch of people started playing the game. I don't know, man. This is, again, I would not be surprised if we are going to see some sort of malware information come out about this game or one of their other games at some point. Either that or it's just one of these, like, no-cost, scammy kind of video games where you can clearly see they're trying to do controversial-style video games to try to essentially get some free money from it, you know? So this is the only game that they have that anybody's actually playing anything. Look at the peak of all their other video games. 2, 1, 1, 1, 5, 2. But this one, 109. It's called slop. Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of this slop is very suspicious. A lot of the supposed slop does end up turning out to be malware. So anyway, just be a little careful. That's all I'm saying. What I will say is I'm going to, I appreciate the gift. That's really what I was doing. This turned into a whole fucking subject. I appreciate the gift, but I'm going to have to decline. Because not only did they change it up from when you bought it, you definitely bought this because you thought it was like, you know, a funny game, but it's potential malware. So I'm going to have to decline that. I want you to get your money back. I don't want you to waste your money. So, but I appreciate the sentiment, though. But I don't want you to waste your money. Especially since they changed it now. Like, it's okay. Angmar says, found another one. I may be off, but it looks like F-Zero in a way. Redout Enhanced Edition. I've never heard of this. Redout is a tribute to the old racing monsters such as F-Zero, Wipeout, and Roll Cage and Pod. It is designed to be uncompromising, fast, tough. I like games like that. I like games like that. Thank you, Angmar. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, brother. Angmar says, this indie game sort of looks like OG Star Fox. It's in early access, and I know you don't play these early access, but who knows? Give it a shot. X Zodiac. I think I saw a video of this on Twitter. Somebody posted a video of this, I'm pretty sure, and they were comparing it to Star Fox. So, yeah, I'll definitely consider it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. This month, of course, Old Man Jenk. Of course. Look, you know you always wondered how it was back then. Well, now you know. Bro. Why am I not fucking surprised by this, bro? Jesus Christ, man. There you go. Angmar says, apparently this game is like Fear. Oh, you got my attention. AAU Black Site. An agent of the Secret Special Forces, your covert mission in Serbia goes wrong fast. Frame intercepted and stranded in abandoned territory of Uzurvinka. You'll need every skill to survive, especially when everything around you is not what it seems. Damn, anything fear related, I'm immediately like interested. So I appreciate that, Angmar. Thank you, brother. And then he didn't say anything here. No backup. Escape together or die alone in this intense co-op body cam horror game. I think we reacted to this in a trailer or event or something like that. I'm pretty sure we did. But thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. All right, we're caught up. We're caught up. Thank you, guys. Let's check Rumble one last time. I think we're good on Rumble. We are good on Rumble. All right, guys. Let's get into the discussion around Bungie. All right, because there's a lot going on here, and we gotta kind of talk about it. Guys, Bungie's not looking too good. Okay, Bungie's not looking too good. Things are looking very, very bad. As we all kind of expected, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Bungie, according to Bloomberg, okay? And keep in mind, this is Jason Schreier, the same guy who's currently saying that PlayStation is not going to release their single-player games on PC, and everybody's quoting it as truth, as if we just don't know if it is because PlayStation has said nothing about it. According to Bloomberg, Bungie is going to be planning significant layoffs following the end of Destiny 2. Now, if you're watching this video and you don't know what happened with Destiny 2, well, let me explain. Bungie has officially announced that they are going to be ending the development of Destiny 2. All future updates will cease to exist. They're only going to release one more update, and that is it. And then after that, Destiny 2 will get no more work done on it whatsoever. Now, the reason why this makes this super interesting is because, in case you don't know, or maybe this is the first time you're watching me or whatever, Marathon and Destiny have been having a civil war after Marathon got a very extensive, like, multi-page list of all the planned content and updates and seasons, and it was extensive. They're planning all the way to, like, season 5 for Marathon. So Destiny players were looking at that, and they were like, literally on the Steam forums, and I'm going to show you in a minute. They were like, wait a second. How come we can't get this level of, kind of conversation? How come we can't get this level of discussion? Why are we being left out of the discussion, right? So Destiny players started getting pissed, and they started blaming Marathon for the reason why their game is not getting worked on anymore. Lo and behold, they were actually right. They were actually right. Marathon is the reason why Destiny essentially is getting abandoned. Not only that, people are like, well, Destiny is getting abandoned because they're working on Destiny 3. Not according to these reports. According to these reports, if we are to believe what is being said, Destiny 3 is actually not even in active production right now. So this means, and I'm telling you, man, Destiny fans are fucking pissed. This means that Bungie has in fact chosen Marathon as their golden goose, and they are going to be abandoning Destiny completely in favor of Marathon. That is insanity to me. I cannot believe this is even happening, right? And I can and I can't, right? But like from a business perspective, I cannot believe this is happening. And I just kind of want you to see why this is, right? So let me go over to SteamDB really quick. If we were to go to Marathon at its best, 88,337. Estimated sales are probably around 1 million on PC, give or take. This is the biggest platform for them. They are not as big on PlayStation, not even close. They don't even rank on PlayStation, but they have about 1 million copies sold on PC right now. But unfortunately for them, it doesn't matter. Concurrent player accounts are at its low, like it's bad. It's bad. 12,000 concurrent players for a game that came out 2 months ago. Now they're choosing to choose that game over Destiny 2, a video game that provided them 3.5 years of consistent players. They have almost as much players as their new game Marathon. Almost as many players concurrently playing. They managed to hit 316,000 concurrent players 3.5 years ago. They managed to sell, and I'm not even kidding, an insane amount of copies. But keep in mind, guys, these numbers are not accurate because Destiny 2 eventually went free to play. So when it went free to play, obviously you have, way higher numbers, right? Like free to play, you probably have like 25 million to 30 million accounts that have this game in their Steam library, right? But regardless, being free on Steam, it wasn't free on PlayStation. They charged money on PlayStation, I believe. If I'm wrong, please let me know. On Steam, it was, I believe, free, but on PlayStation, I'm pretty sure they charged. But in any case, regardless, it was still big on PlayStation 2, right? Like on PlayStation, Destiny is huge. And Destiny was always ranking pretty high on PlayStation. It was pretty big. It wasn't just exclusively big on Steam. Like Steam obviously brought in a lot of players, but regardless, those aren't paid players. You have to rely on microtransactions and all that stuff. But Destiny 2 was very popular on consoles, But in any case, so after they went free to play, it basically became available on Steam, and it blew up in terms of player numbers. However, even though it blew up in terms of player numbers, at the end of the day, people have to buy into your game, right? They have to buy into your game. They have to believe in it. And people did believe in it for a time. Now, Destiny players are very angry because they feel like Bungie kind of abandoned Destiny. And I think that that's pretty much true at this point because they've been working on Marathon for a few years. So chances are sometime around the start of development on Marathon also coincided with the lowering of content or issues with Destiny. Right? At least that's how I'm understanding the situation. If I'm wrong, you're more than welcome to tell me. But that's how I'm seeing it. So they abandoned the paying customers on PlayStation. They abandoned all the players on Steam. And they're saying, no, we don't want you. We want Marathon. That's what they're saying. And I think that's insane to me because the numbers just don't back this up. Even though Marathon is pay to play right now, I guarantee you it's only a matter of time before they eventually go free to play. Just like Destiny, right? So let's go over this entire statement. Bungie staff are currently pitching and prototyping new projects, including in the Destiny franchise, but none of the projects have actually been greenlit. If they don't greenlight a Destiny project, we are going to have a massive fucking problem. Not from me, but I'm saying like overall, because look at this. You know what? Let's go to the Destiny forums. Hold on. Let's go to the... You want to see what Demoralized looks like? Look at this. This is the Destiny forums. Well, guess that's it then. Destiny 2's grave, leave a flower. Imagine defending a slop dead game. Destiny 3 confirmed not in development. This game has more players than Marathon. In what world does Marathon, a niche extraction shooter, surpass Destiny? Come to Banframe. They're trying to get people to go to Warframe. One of the Bungie developers cheered Charlie Kirk's passing. Reap what you sow. Well, I guess that's it. R.I.P. All these fond farewells prove, etc., etc. Guys, people, I mean, they are not happy. Go woke, go broke. I mean, I don't know where that came from, but maybe it's the developers. Who knows? Come join Warframe. Congrats, Bungie, at destroying your own game. Warframe is for chuds. The end of an era. Destiny 2 is dying. The end of something special. It's been a journey. This is hurting me a lot. Guys, you want to see what the Marathon forums look like? Let me show you what the Marathon forums look like. Just cancel it. Marathon eliminated Destiny 2. The anti-Bungie propaganda is a hoax? What the fuck? What? Hold on. That one got me. That was funny. It is happening. The salt of Destiny fans' tears will make me a god. Brother, do you guys not realize, like, this used to be one tight community of a bunch of super fanboys for a company, right? People were super fanboying over Bungie. And this is the reason why Marathon has such a high number at the beginning. And I said that was going to happen. Bungie fanboys were going to show up and they were going to try to carry that game. Unfortunately, a lot of them were Destiny players. And they realized, like, you know what? This is not what I thought it was going to be. And they eventually checked out. And that's why the numbers are as low as they are now. Now, Marathon does have its dedicated little fan base, but it's almost equivalent to a 3.5-year-old video game. Chances are somebody at Bungie is probably saying, well, if the numbers are the same, at least one of them is paying us, which is Marathon, right? Because people paid in to play Marathon on PC, where that didn't happen with Destiny. Not only that, people are more likely to probably buy microtransactions in the brand new game than they are in one of the older games, or at least that's probably how they're thinking about it. You know, they're probably saying, listen, we could probably convince somebody to pay $20 to get a new color for their armor. We could probably convince them to do that. When Marathon dies, woke gaming is over. Asmongold said Marathon is the last bastion of DEI and woke in video games. I don't think that's true. People are obviously trying to fight it. How is this game woke? I've seen car crashes unfold better than this. They're closing a game with 10K players. Will they close? And it just keeps going. Can't believe this game is legitimately killing Bungie. We tried to tell you. Nobody want to listen. Gamers win again. Live service station was shut down. Destiny bros. Sorry, guys. If you care about Destiny, review bomb this game. The Civil War is here. Guys, the Civil War is here. Again, this used to be a very tight-knit Bungie fanboy community. And what Bungie actually ended up doing was they ended up splitting their own fan base. Talk about fucking retarded. You guys have lost a massive amount of your players, and you decided to take the last bit of players that you have and split them. Why you did that, I don't know. But this is where we're at now. The Civil War is here, and there's no denying it now at this point. You can clearly see. Thanks for nothing, Marathon. Destiny died so absolute garbage could crawl and die. Wild. I'll tell you this. If Marathon dies, there's going to be such a huge backlash from Destiny players. Because they'd be like, you killed our game so that this game could die too? Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's exactly how this is going to go. I struggle to feel motivation to play. Bungie strung me along. And look what they said. As a Destiny 2 player continuously saying, don't worry, Destiny has a future. It's not going anywhere. Now, Destiny development has stopped. I'm afraid Bungie will not make enough from Marathon to keep it afloat. Well, you're finally learning. Marathon's failure killed Destiny. Pretty much. Do you support this situation of Bungie? Rest in pieces, Bungie. Anyway, you guys get the point. You guys get the point. It is a clusterfuck, okay? It is a clusterfuck over at the Marathon forums, and it's a clusterfuck over at the Destiny forums. Actually, for pure comedy's sake, this is a pretty old... Let me refresh. It's been a long ride, guys. This sucks. No Destiny 3. Sony must perish. Wow. This is completely on you, Bungie, and entirely deserved. Need help with 2 final achievements. You think Bungie's sacrifice Marathon? Is it worth returning? Nope. Destiny 3. Oh, we read another one. We are still standing, so it's finally over. Guys, wow. Okay, well, you get the point. So let's go over to now the culmination, I guess you could say, of the actions made by Bungie, right? So we already said that, you know, Concord tax is a thing. Why do you guys think that the PSN services keep raising in price? Why do you think that the consoles keep going up in price? There's a couple of reasons. One of the main reasons is because they realized they could get away with it. That's number one. And number two, the other reason is because they found a way to subsidize their failures. That's really what it is, right? They found a way to subsidize all their failures. So Sony has had, on the live service front, aside from Helldivers 2, they've had an ungodly amount of failures. It is actually pretty fucking disgusting. You also found out recently that Bungie just lost almost $800 million in valuation. So Bungie, a company that was bought for about $4 billion, is now suddenly, on top of their previous evaluation, now worth about a little over $2 billion. So they lost an ungodly amount of valuation. The company is not worth nowhere near what Sony paid for it, and Sony essentially lost a couple of billions of dollars, which is not good, right? That's obviously not good. So when that happens, when you have a valuation loss that high, naturally what's going to happen is the company's going to look at your company, right? Sony's going to look at Bungie. They're going to say, we're not going to pay for these people anymore. Your company is only worth X, Y, Z, and we are now overpaying for payroll. It's time to let people go. Anybody with a brain can see that that's going to be the next step. And, of course, the Bungie fanboys are trying to deny that. They're like, no, this is not going to happen. Well, it looks like it's coming. If we are to believe the story, again, from Bluebird, take it with a grain of salt. But if we are to believe this story, I think it's pretty obvious it's going to happen, right? The Sony subsidiary will focus on Marathon rather than jumping directly to Destiny 3. Bro, Destiny fans, just give it up. Give it up. They've completely said, fuck Destiny. We're not going to focus on it whatsoever. Marathon is now our golden goose. That's what we want to focus on. We understand that Destiny has carried Bungie. We understand that Destiny has made Bungie into what they are now outside of their earlier projects. Destiny is the only reason they were still alive. And now they said, fuck you, we're going to go with Marathon. We like Marathon better. Crazy. The company doesn't have a new project lined up for Destiny's 2 development team after the game comes to an end next month, according to the people who asked to not be identified because they weren't authorized to speak to press. Bungie doesn't plan to immediately enter production on a Destiny 3, they said. The number of job cuts was not known. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. If you think that, listen, if you think Bungie's not going to be firing at least a couple of hundred people, I think you're out of your mind, right? Bungie is absolutely going to be firing a couple of hundred people at the bare minimum. On Thursday, Bungie confirmed that the upcoming June 9th update of Destiny 2 will be the final content update of the game. The studio promised that it will remain online for players to access. At the bare minimum, at least they're keeping the servers online. So that's great. Fine, whatever. They keep the servers online for Destiny 1 as well, so that's fine. Whatever. But players have nothing to look forward to. You're gonna see numbers fall off so fast, it's not even funny. While our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, oh yeah, okay. Our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, even though you guys have been mistreating Destiny for how long now? I've seen Destiny 2 players complaining for I honestly probably years now. Maybe like 2 years now or something like that. I've seen Destiny 2 players complaining for a while that Bungie has not been listening to them, and Marathon pretty much only confirmed that that is true. Like, you cannot even deny it at this point. And then on top of that, you are stopping development on Destiny 2 to go to Marathon. That just confirms everything that Destiny players have been saying about Bungie not giving a fuck about them. You know? So, again, I've stopped. I was a hardcore Destiny 1 player. I loved Destiny 1. I did not like Destiny 2. I pretty much gave up on Destiny 2 fairly quickly, personally. So I was checked out. I'm not personally involved in this, but I do keep tabs on it every now and then, just out of curiosity, just like I keep tabs on World of Warcraft every now and then, even though I don't play that game anymore. And like I said, I've been seeing Destiny 2 players complaining for a while now. So I think we're going to see at least a couple of hundred people fired. It has become clear that after the final shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2, Bungie wrote in a blog post. So again, guys, all I can really say is that unfortunately, this is the end for Destiny players, and I think that the Steam forums are about to get a lot uglier. I think that the Marathon forums are about to get a lot uglier. I think that, unironically, the people who were probably defending Marathon because they were Bungie fanboys, but they were actually Destiny fans first, I think we might see some of them become chuds. I don't know about you, but I think some of them just might become a little chuddish, man. They might become chuds. They might actually agree that the chuds were right on this one. You know? And before you know it, they're going to be like, shit. Yeah, I think I agree with the chuds on this one. I don't know, man. I think it sucks because anytime you play a game like this for this many years and you see the game die before your eyes, it's never great. Right? It's never great. But I don't know, man. This is a tough situation. So unfortunately for Destiny fans, I'm sorry, man, but you put your eggs in the wrong basket when it comes to Bungie. And just to be clear, Bungie as a company has always been a piece of shit company for the most part, especially over the last 5 to 10 years. They've been a piece of shit company. So they had a game that people enjoy, people like Destiny, whatever, fine. You can forgive the piece of shit company if you're giving them a product that they actually enjoy. But once you stopped giving them that, well, it's only a matter of time before people start looking at you like you're a piece of shit. And everything that happened with Bungie in terms of the stealing of art, keep in mind, guys, Bungie has been caught stealing not once, not twice, 5 times. 5 times Bungie got caught. And each time they kept saying, we won't do it again. And then they did it again. But people kept forgiving them because they liked the game. They liked the series. They liked the, the franchise, whatever. But now that Bungie fanboys got felted, not by the chuds, not even by wokies, Bungie fanboys got felted by Bungie. And I think that's going to wake up a lot of people that were asleep to letting Bungie get away with things. I think the people that were just turning a blind eye to it, I think they made a bad move. And I would even argue that there's a lot more of those people in the Destiny fan base than there is in the Marathon fan base. Because even if some people don't play Destiny as often as they did, I guarantee you a lot more people play Destiny than they did Marathon. So to abandon the bigger franchise, the much bigger franchise, for some short-term gain with Marathon, I think you made a bad move. So I think what it ultimately comes down to is that Bungie as a company, they're running out of money. They're running out of money, and they only have the money to support one live service video game. That's what I really think is happening here. Outside of trying to get more money for development, but that's a whole nother conversation. I think that they started running out of money, and they only have enough to service one video game. And they're betting on Marathon. That's what I think is happening. Outside of just running the servers for Destiny 2, they can't afford to make content for Destiny 2. And I don't think Sony's going to want to pay them either, because their valuation went down almost $2 billion. Why would they want to do that? How could they be out of money? Sony will give them more. See, the thing is, the servers and the game, they run on the money that the companies actually make. But in terms of making the video game and making the content, that is usually funded by Sony, because Sony's pretty involved. But I think that due to the valuation being hit the way that it was, I think Sony has decided to pull out on funding content for Destiny 2. Even though they might have normally done that before, I think they're pulling out of that, and they're saying, you can keep the servers alive. Obviously, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 have their servers alive. But in terms of content, we're only going to help you fund one. And so they decided on Marathon. And Sony probably decided on Marathon too. Why? Because it's the brand new thing. It's an extraction shooter, right? So all of these executives have it in their mind that, oh my God, extraction shooter is the hot thing now. Everybody's going to play it. Everybody's going to love it. We're going to make so much money. You know, they decided to back that horse. So now we get to watch what's going to happen when Bungie backs this horse. Are they going to back the right horse, or are they backing the wrong horse? I don't know, but we're going to see how this is going to go. So now Bungie's entire future is reliant on just one video game right now. Just one. Instead of two, now it's just one. So if this game, now, if you thought this game was getting watched hard before, because guys, I haven't been watching Marathon like this. I don't give a fuck about Marathon, to be honest with you. Although every now and then we bring it up because it's relevant to a Bungie conversation. But if you thought that Marathon was being hawked by people before, you have no fucking idea how much more this game is going to get hawked now. Because now you took everybody's eyes and you zoned them in on one target. So now everybody's going to be looking at Marathon more than they already were. And if this thing loses any kind of players, which, by the way, guys, we haven't even gotten to the wipe. The wipe is coming. Once the progression wipe happens, and all these hardcore Bungie fanboys that never played an extraction shooter, they lose their progress, and they lose their gear, and they lose everything. Bro. Oh my, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting. I think that the wipe might bring in some initial players, but I think the final numbers are going to be even lower. Pretty sure. So, anyway, we'll see what ends up happening with this, but that's what's going on with good old Bungie, and it is not looking good, boys. It is not looking good. Bungie got one game, and that's it. So, there you go. We'll see what ends up happening, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not looking good for good old Bungie. We're going to talk about Subnautica next. I'm going to resume the TTS. Let's see what's going on
right
over
there,
on YouTube.
that's representation.
True.
At L_Mervoth celebrates 15 months of membership.
Mervoth, thank you, bro.
If they updated it, the game is ruined.
You spelled the goth wrong.
Hashtag Elizabeth.
Thank you, Fitzy.
The developers did bend the knee, but lucky enough, someone backed up the original files for the game if you modded back to blacks.
Yeah, but I still think that game is malware. I don't trust it. I don't trust it personally. Thank you for the 5 though, Scrap Gamer. I appreciate that. I don't trust it because I think that it's really suspicious that they bent the knee so fast. You don't make a game about making fun of black people or making a video game about something that's racially driven like that.
Hypno, meet my new friend, let him sniff you.
Let me get a sniff at who did that.
Hashtag Samus still holding previous super chat. 3 came late. You heard news of artist got lockout from his Google account? Card companies threw the heavy.
Wow. Wow. That's all I got. That's all I got. Camchi, thank you for the 5. And Flip Shazam, thank you for the 5, you crazy bastard.
Hashtag Samus.
I did hear about that.
Oh, man. I can't get enough of that 8-bit swimsuit.
Anyway, Kicking Donuts, thank you for the 5. Oh, the 8. Sorry. Jesus Christ, man. Like, I swear. This must have been the biggest mistake ever. Ever. Camchi, I did...
Oh no! I dropped my phone. I hope no one claps my cheeks while I go get it.
So now... I'm trying not to... Fuck you guys, man. Now we're clapping Betty Boop's cheeks. Come on, brother. She's black now. She's black now. Hypnotic, you good? No! No, I'm not good. Thank you for the flow state. I appreciate that. I'm not good, man. These guys are getting way too fucking creative with this shit, bro. In the beginning, it was a lot simpler. Now we got fucking paragraphs and narrative story. We got more story here than Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. Bro. The hell is a flow state? I don't fucking know. I don't even know what the jewels do, man. Jesus. Fucking clapping Betty Boop's cheeks. What are we doing, bro? Oh my god. Anyway, listen. Like I was trying to say, Camchi, I did hear the news about the artist getting locked out of his Google account. I did. Apparently, Google scanned his account and didn't like what he was drawing or something. So I don't really know what the deal is with that, but I did hear about that. Little Jim's Halo sent a star in the chat. Thank you, Little Jim's Halo. I appreciate that. All right. Anyway, guys, let's be a little normal now. Really quick. Let me pause the TTS. Let me pause because you guys are fucking insane, man. The moment I unpause the TTS, everybody want to come out with the DSP, the fucking cheeks clapping, and all this nonsense. Betty Boop, Chewbacca. Jesus Christ, bro. It's like you guys were just waiting. You were literally waiting. You're like, and go. It's crazy. Deadeye's Lock with the... Hey, actually, hold on. We got rated by Small over on Rumble. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Small. Thank you so much for the raid. I just saw that. Thank you. We got Deadeye's Lock with the 2 for Samus. Thank you, Deadeye's Lock. And then Torinol with the 2 on Rumble says, interestingly, Hypno could probably resell his recent super chat history to everyone making SFW chat filters. Probably. My super chats have now become I don't even know what to even call them at this point.
Hashtag Samus.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. 100% right. All right, I'm gonna pause the TTS now because you guys are insane. Super chat status legendary. It is definitely one of the craziest on YouTube for sure. I have one of the best communities on YouTube by far. And with that comes a level of trolling. Trolling at its maximum. Old Man Kaz says we were rated by Sevi. Also, were we rated by Sevi? Did it happen during the segment? That's probably why I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Sevi. Shout out to Sevi. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Sevi, if you send me one... I don't know if you're still watching. Probably not. But if you send me 1 minute of 1 minute of unfiltered audio, reading like, I don't know, a paragraph or 3. If you send me 1 minute of audio, I can make you a TTS sound for people to utilize. I'm sure people would love to utilize the TTS of Sevi and Sonya together. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna let Adair Soto have it. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. And then I'm pausing it after this one. Go ahead, bro. Yeah. Let it out. Yep. 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 Let it out. You good? You good? Fucking guy, bro. I swear to God. I swear. Yo, this is unbelievable, bro. All right, I paused it now. Thank you, Adair Soto, for the 5. I appreciate that. Crazy, man. Holy shit. All right, listen. We're not going to be able to do Warhammer today. So I think the Warhammer thing we should do tomorrow. That way we could just focus on that, and because it's like a 40-minute showcase. I do want to see all the games that they have. I'm very excited for the Warhammer showcase. So I'll wait one more day and go over it. But we got to talk about Subnautica. It is very important. Let's talk about. This is the worst thing you ever made. The TTS was a mistake. You know, the TTS is quite trolly. And yes, obviously it brings in super chats, but you know, realistically, what it's about is people having fun. If people have fun with it, I don't care. If people have fun with it, I don't care. Like you guys know, I'll laugh at myself if it means other people get to have fun in the process, you know? So that's all that matters. And I know people are asking for TTS on SNH. There's no way. There's no way we can have TTS on SNH because I use StreamYards, so there's no way to do that, you know? Unfortunately, I would try, but there's no way. It would be fucking chaotic as hell. I mean, obviously I would pause the TTS, but anyway. All right, let's talk about Subnautica. Guys, we got to talk about Subnautica, okay? We got to talk about Subnautica because what's happening with the Subnautica situation is pretty wild. And in case you guys haven't been following what's been going on, let me just kind of catch you up a bit on what's happening with Subnautica, all right? So, number one, the Subnautica situation is blowing up because I guess Subnautica 2 must have had a lot of new Subnautica players that didn't really realize what Subnautica was about. And the fact that the developers behind Subnautica tried to push this, like, you know, low violence or no violence or anything like that against, you know, the sea creatures, even though the sea creatures can actively kill you, you're not allowed to kill them back. It's a lot more aggressive now in the second game than apparently was in the first game. People were saying how in the first game you can defend yourself, you know, within reason, obviously. But with the second game, they were a lot more extreme in limiting you in what you are able to do, if anything. Like, they just don't want you killing animals at all, apparently. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a early access video game, so anything can change at any time. They can end up adding things that they added in the first game that will allow you to defend yourself against animals. So I think people are losing it a little bit much. However, they have a reason to lose it because, well, the developers just flat out said they don't want you to be able to do it, right? They have this ideology that they have, and they're sticking with it. Well, not only that, they also had backlash over the EULA. The end user license agreement was pretty egregious, even for them, right? Because keep in mind, the EULA was probably designed by Krafton. Krafton was probably the one that made the EULA. And the Unknown Worlds developers, they're the ones who essentially have to answer for it because they're obviously the face of the company. They're the ones who developed the game. So naturally, people are going to be like, hey, what the fuck is this EULA about? What are you trying to do? You're being weird. So there's a lot of backlash with this game. And this one in particular, now it's so bad that they now had to respond. Okay? So let's check this out and see what their actual response is. If you go to the Unknown Worlds website, this is what it says. It says, a letter to the community from the Subnautica 2 team. Hello, Subnauts. First, thank you for taking the time to share your feedback with us since launch. We have been reading your reviews and comments carefully, and we understand that there are several concerns that we need to address more clearly. Let's see what they say. We also understand that some recent comments from our team made players feel ignored or dismissed. We are sorry for that. Early access should be a conversation with our players, not a one-way explanation from the development team. Your feedback matters, and we do not want any part of our communication to make the community feel otherwise. So one thing I will say is that there is a lot of money riding on this game, all right? The CEO for Unknown Worlds that was reinstated by the courts in the lawsuit against Krafton, he has until September to sell 5 million copies of this game to potentially gain an over $200 million bonus that he was initially promised before the entire fallout between Craft On and Unknown Worlds. It ended up going to courts, and now all of this has been discovered that Craft On tried to screw them out of the bonus. The CEO for Craft On tried to do that, apparently. And there's a lot riding on this game, all right? Right now, at the time of doing this segment, it is at 4 million copies sold. So needless to say, if things continue the way that it's continuing, they have until September to hit 5 million sales. I think they're going to do it. I think it's pretty fair that they're going to do it. So that's going to be interesting, because when Craft On has to pay out that $200 million, a bad relationship is going to turn a hell of a lot worse. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyway, there are 3 areas we want to speak to directly. Well, hopefully one of them is a EULA, but I doubt it. First, we understand that creature balance needs work. Right now, some predator encounters feel more frustrating than intense or exciting. Mitigation tools are not always clear, reliable, or satisfying, and players do not always have enough confidence in how to respond when a creature attacks. This is not the experience we want. We are actively working on improvements to creature behavior and player mitigation tools. Upcoming changes will include adjustments to creature aggression, timing, aggro range, player effectiveness, survival tools, effectiveness, and creature interactions with vehicles and bases. These changes will be delivered over a series of upcoming patches. Second, we have heard the strong request for more direct ways to deal with hostile creatures, including the ability to kill them. We understand where that request is coming from. When avoidance and mitigation tools do not feel effective, it is natural for players to want a more decisive solution. Our current direction is not based on judging players who want combat, and it is not because we think those players are wrong. Subnautica has always been built around vulnerability, exploration, and survival, rather than traditional weapon-based combat. Brother, they're not going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. We believe that this is a part of what makes the game unique. However, that design only works if creature encounters feel fair, readable, and engaging. Right now, we know we have a lot more work to do to achieve that. Oh, man. Okay. So, wow. Wow, wait. They just, this can be summed up in, I'm sorry you feel that way. Bro, people are not going to be happy with this. They just flat out summed it up. Sorry you feel that way. Wow, bro. So basically what they're saying is that they're not going to give you what you want, but instead they're going to work on making the creatures less aggressive and the combat situations and mitigation tools more effective so that you don't want to have weapons. Basically, they're essentially saying that the only reason why you want weapons is because you can't defend yourselves properly right now with the mitigation tools. I mean, and then to say our direction is not based on judging players. Okay, I guess. Third, we want to be clear about how we view early access. Oh, so we're not addressing the EULA. We are not addressing the EULA. Okay, wow, this is bad. Okay, this is bad. Third, we want to be clear about how we view early access. Early access is not only about collecting bug reports. It is a collaboration with the community. Well, obviously, we would not always be able to make every requested change, but we do have a responsibility to listen carefully, explain our decisions respectfully, and show through our actions that player feedback is shaping the game. In the coming weeks, we will be delivering a series of improvements aimed at addressing the concerns that we are hearing from this community. We hope that those changes will demonstrate that we are listening and that we are committed to working with you to make Subnautica 2 the best game it could be. Thank you again for your honesty, patience, and passion for this game, brother. Brother, this has to be one of the worst fucking responses I've ever heard. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. Again, I'm not a major Subnautica fan. I'm not even a Subnautica fan at all. So I got no skin in this game, but boy, do I feel bad for the people that do. Like, Old Man Cad. Old Man Cad, I know you love this game, but this has got to be the worst fucking response I've ever heard to any of the questions. They flat out said, we understand your concerns, we don't agree with them, and we're going to change the game in the hopes that you change your mind. We're going to make the mitigation efforts and the self-defense efforts non-violent anyway. We're going to make sure they're so good that you don't want to pick up a weapon. Because for them, they feel like, you know, it's in their ideology to have no violence, essentially. And again, I know in the first game you were able to, which is why I find this to be so curious. Why are we doubling down so hard? Why are we doubling down so hard? I don't understand. Old Man Kaz says it is not the same development team as before. Well, that's obvious. That's obvious. And again, just because you're not the same development team doesn't mean that you cannot respect what the first team did and why so many people enjoyed the game. Again, people didn't just enjoy the first game because of the, ability to kill fish or whatever. People, from my understanding, enjoyed the game because of the insane exploration, the actual feeling of wonder that you get in the game. Like, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Sony just messaged me on Steam, which is a really bad idea because then I get notifications that sound off on stream, so don't do that. I appreciate you, though. So I think this was overall like a really bad idea. And not only that, forget the whole violence thing. Forget the whole violence thing. You didn't address the EULA, bro. The EULA is the one fucking thing that people are actually really pissed about. Like, yeah, sure, obviously you got people mad about the no violence or whatever. Yeah, sure. But you could fix that with gameplay. Brother, what about the EULA? You didn't even mention that. You didn't even bring it up. You didn't even say, hey, you could have said, hey, like, we're talking to Kraft on and we're trying to figure out what we could do. I know they said that in the interview, but you should be saying that here. Because this is addressing concerns for players. So if you're addressing concerns, then address all the concerns. Otherwise, you're purposely leaving that out. I don't know, man. This is crazy shit, bro. Like I said, I think that this is probably one of the worst responses I've ever seen. The comments are not great in the chat, as you could expect. Not being able to kill fauna in Subnautica 2 feels like a needlessly artificial restriction on what is supposed to be a player-driven sandbox game in a living, breathing world, even if I understand the intent behind it. You could kill fauna in the first Subnautica. However, it was never incentivized and often avoided anyway. Same goes for the knife, which was a useful tool for gathering certain resources, and the thermal blade was especially useful if you needed a quick meal. Damage is done, you push the message, I'm out. This is my feedback. Make Subnautica great again. You can't kill the fish. Meanwhile, other characters in the setting, curious. Brother, what the fuck is this? Is this what you're dealing with? Is this what you're dealing with in the game? What the fuck is this killing machine? Bro, look at this shit. Wow. I think I will take your devs' advice and go buy something else. That's true. The devs did say, and this is not something you ever want to say, but they did say that if you don't like the non-violence in Subnautica 2, that you should go buy Sons of the Forest. They really said that. They actually really said that. We aren't killing game. Subnautica 2 dev tells players to play something else if they want violence. That's rough. That's rough. What about the EULA? Exactly. Did you forget about the biggest part of what's making people angry? Exactly. They really said that? Yes, they did. They really did. They said they're not a killing game, and if you want something with violence, go play Sons of the Forest. They really said that. Yeah, they pulled the Frosk. They pulled the Frosk. I read that whole post, and all it said was this: we don't care what you want, you aren't getting it, but we might tone down how annoying the immortal fish are because you're a baby whiner, but they are still going to be immortal, and you still don't get to defend yourself. Exactly. That's literally what it is. They're like, we hear you, we don't agree, we're sorry you feel that way. It's literally what it is, bro. Let me slam into the half moons with my tadpole and get that satisfying thunk sound when I hit them. They don't even have to die. I just missed the responsiveness of it from the first game. My feedback right now is to add killing, but only for a small to medium fish. Make the large fish bigger than the tadpole unkillable. Later on, add more defensive measures, decoys. They're not. Make the game fun for players, not for activism. They're not. They're not. They're not going to do it. They're gonna flat out make it whatever they want to make it. And that's their right. I want to be very clear. That is their right. However, it's also the player's right to say, okay, well, this is not what I signed up for, so I'm going to walk away. You know? It's 100% their right. The whole no killing thing doesn't even make sense. You literally grab the fish and cook them to death. I completely understand not wanting the game to turn into a strictly combat game, but not have a basic self-defense weapon like a knife or a spirit gun just feels artificial. That's true. Again, keep in mind, this is meant to be a underwater sandbox adventure, right? It's supposed to be a sandbox video game. Why are you restricting the ability of what you can do realistically in a video game that is a sandbox adventure video game, right? If you are underwater, you're exploring. You mean to tell me, okay, so you mean to tell me that if you were experiencing the situation of Subnautica in real life, and you were underwater, surrounded by fucking massive creatures, that you would not even have some form of self-defense on you, even at the bare minimum? It would be different if you're swimming around in waters that you feel like are going to be safe, because they're heavily researched waters and you know they're safe, or you think they're safe. But if you're swimming in waters that you clearly know are not fucking safe, you're not going to have any method of self-defense. And then, not only that, in the same manner, in the same breath, have those creatures be able to kill you? Like, you're not even going to have a knife at the bare minimum? That doesn't make any fucking sense. The creatures can literally kill you in the game. That makes no sense, bro. That's where it's like you're taking it to levels that are so extreme. Like one of the comments said, if you want to make it minimal, you can make it minimal, obviously. And then you don't incentivize it, right? You could maybe you could punish people for, less material, something, anything, right? Anything like that. But you're not even minimalizing it. You're just flat out taking it away. And that just in my opinion, I feel like that would kill the overall, not the realism, but that would kill the experience. That would kind of kill like the, I guess what they're trying to do with a sandbox style video game. You know, just talk to them. Oh yeah, I'll just talk to the fish. Be like, hey fish, can you not kill me? Can you not eat me today, fish? You know, I don't know, man. My feedback on the game so far: give us a knife and a harpoon. Yeah, it should be simple. Some torpedo, underwater chainsaw. Yo, wait, okay, relax, hold on. You had me at the knife and the harpoon. You had me at the knife and the harpoon. We already had the thermal knife in Subnautica 1 that we actually needed to use to defend ourselves when exploring Aurora. Why are you so against it if you already had it? I don't know. The shark outside my base camping my door. I am invincible. Brother, you know what this is? I'm going to tell you exactly what this is. You guys ready? You guys ready for... I think this is going to be a really good comparison. Okay? So, not having weapons in a sandbox video game where you have fish and creatures that can kill you, and you have no means of self-defense, and the developers are like, well, you just got to figure it out. You got to use defensive measures. You got to use de-escalation measures. You got to do all this extra shit other than self-defense. You know what this is equivalent to? This is equivalent to activists in democratic cities that want to advocate to disarm the populace and get rid of guns and ban guns, thinking that if you ban guns, that's somehow going to stop the criminals from killing you, when all it does is disarm the populace, and now you're floating around in the ocean, unable to defend yourself, and they're going to kill you anyway. It's literally the same thing. That's like, this is the mindset that these developers have, and they're transferring it over to their video game. That's what it is. It's literally what it is. They're like, oh, I just want to disarm the populace. Let's disarm the populace. That's going to somehow stop the fish. No, it's not. The fish don't follow the rules. The fish don't follow the laws. The fish are going to kill you whether you follow the laws or not. That's literally it, bro. That's like the best comparison that I could possibly put into how much this actually makes sense, which it doesn't. It just doesn't, right? And again, I'm happy for their success. Great. But you guys are fumbling the fucking ball here. Because again, like I pointed out the other day, if you go to Subnautica 2, right? If you go to Subnautica 2, brother, look at this. Look at this, bro. You guys are fumbling. You guys are fumbling the gift that was given to you. Again, you were the #1 wishlisted game on Steam. Fine, congratulations. That's great. That's great. But you are fumbling the fucking ball. 467,000 concurrent players dropped all the way to 87,000 concurrent players. Now, granted, it's early access. I'm sure there's not too much content. But from my understanding, there's plenty of exploration content that people could enjoy and have fun. If they were able to do a little bit more, if they were able to defend themselves against encounters that feel really punishing for no reason, or you have no self-defense whatsoever, if they were able to do these things, you might be able to save, or at least at the bare minimum, convince the players that, hey, we're listening. But this response, whatever the fuck you want to call this, we're sorry you feel this way. We won't judge you. Nah, bro, that is the worst responses I've ever seen. And you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to go back to the drawing board. This is terrible. You guys literally did the meme. We're sorry you feel that way, brother. We're sorry you feel that way. Anyway, that's basically what's going on with Subnautica, and obviously they're getting fucking cooked. They're getting absolutely cooked in the comments, and they deserve it. They do deserve it. It doesn't matter. Like, you can have a super successful game, but when you're fucking up, and you are absolutely fucking up this game. You guys are dropping the ball, and by the time the game releases in 1.0, you're probably going to have a fraction of what you should have had if you would have just did it right the first time. So that's basically it for the Subnautica 2 drama that's going on. All right, we're resuming the TTS. Let's get into it, boys. What do we got?
I think it's being rigged by the CEO to avoid bonus.
Maybe, but they're not doing a good job.
As a Subnautica player, I'm glad I didn't buy game.
Fair.
Oh, come on. You can't unalive them, but you can grind them into food and cook living fish fillets. Sure.
That shit makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Or maybe non-lethal weapons that could work. Oh wait, they can't. They want you an early grave in a game.
It's so weird. It's like the ideology makes no sense.
Craft and have the environmental illness.
They do. They do. None of the choices that they're leaving you make any sense whatsoever. They're just flat out complete bullshit, and they're only like the ideology of somebody who lives in a perfect world, which we've seen many times over, where people think of these policies and these rules. They're like, well, if you just ban guns, nobody will die from guns anymore. Oh, really? Really? Yeah, because the criminals are gonna be like, hey guys, listen, we can't buy these illegal guns. We gotta follow the law. What are we doing? It's crazy, bro. All right, let me see over on Rumble. What do we got, man? Let me see. Where do we see? Tire King for $1 on Rumble. Subnautica, stupid as fuck. Devs deserve the gulags. Disgusting. Yeah, they're fucking up pretty bad. Great Ape with a 2 for Elizabeth. Hypno had to cancel my YouTube membership on my Redoka account. Was still shadow banned. No super chats. Got to 13 months, but they wouldn't even let me send the monthly message. What? What kind of shit? Like, why? That's so weird, bro. Well, I understand. I get it. Do what you got to do, but that's fucking weird. Thank you for the 2. Great Ape with another 2. Elizabeth, will try to resub if they give me an option on my YouTube Ape account. Think it didn't offer it because I was subbed to the other account. YouTube's such a clusterfuck. It is. It is a clusterfuck. Torinol with a 2. If the wildlife is eating players, the game is not non-violent. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so like if you were floating around, right, in a ocean where like the creatures don't attack you, nothing happens, everything's kumbaya fucking ya, then fine. Like whatever. If you want to sell this bullshit like no violence video game, whatever. Like whatever it does, it does. Congratulations, have fun with that, right? But you're not doing that. You're selling a video game where the creatures are actively hunting you, some of them anyway, and they can kill you, and you have no way to defend yourself in any meaningful way whatsoever, and everything has to be non-violent, and then the non-violent stuff doesn't even work as well. And even if it did, it's just not realistic. It's like they want you to talk to the fish. Please, Mr. Fish, don't kill me. Torinol with a 2. Thank you. Tire King with the $1. Subnautica's stupid as fuck. Oh, it repeated. That's weird. It's repeating all the super chats. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Rumble's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, guys, listen. It is time to decide a winner. We got to pick a winner for the Waifu Battle Tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Samus versus Elizabeth. Elizabeth is getting absolutely fucking felted, boys. Getting absolutely felted.
And do you know what's a perfect example? Look at the UK, the ban ninja swords, however that didn't work. They're still getting early grave, the British citizens, and now they're trying to ban kitchen knife.
Adair Soto, thank you for the 10. Imagine a bunch of ninjas hopping around in the UK. That would actually be hilarious. I would love to see that. I really would. T-Jab says that Samus is at $238.83 and Elizabeth is at $19 fucking boys. Guys, we're going to play the final battle music. We got new music. We're going to pick a winner. We're picking a winner tonight, Elizabeth or Samus. Let us know. By the end of the song, we're going to do a countdown, and the last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts, boys. My screen is going to be the one that counts. So let's decide a winner, man. Let's go. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be, boys? Without Elizabeth, 3D porn isn't what it is now. Elizabeth R34 walks so Overwatch could run. What? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, bro. I don't want to know. I like Elizabeth. I think she's awesome, but people are voting for Samus. I don't know what to do. All the trolls voted yesterday. All the trolls voted yesterday, man. I think Samus fans are feeling very comfortable. They're feeling very comfortable. They think that Elizabeth is felted. They think it's over. And they might be right. Hypnotic, you knew this was going to happen? The thing is, I thought this was going to happen yesterday, and it didn't happen. Yesterday was insane. Yesterday was insane. I thought it was going to be easy pickings yesterday. Shut up, Hypnotic. What did I do? Growing on Rumble is quite hard. It's all good. Without Samus, we could have blonde Amazonian waifus. That's fair. That's fair. All right, boys. The song is over. Everybody's quiet right now. Samus fans are feeling very comfortable. Elizabeth fans are feeling felted. I think this is it, man. Final countdown. Who's going to win? Last one that shows up on my screen is what counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now what do you expect if can you put a blonde chick there? A lot of people are into that, especially the most famous character, hashtag Samus.
Waiting for lag. Waiting for lag. Waiting. Deadeye's locked with the 2 for hashtag Samus. Zero suit over on Rumble. Waiting for lag. Waiting for lag. Waiting. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The last super chat that is going to count is Deadeye's locked with a 2 for hashtag Samus. Zero suit. Damn. Poor Bioshock. Elizabeth. It's quite unfortunate. T-Jab's going to give us the final numbers. Oh, man, Kaz is hypnotic. That's because I asked King Demon Wing and Mr. Rouge to vote for Triss. Did you really? Oh, my God. You shouldn't be telling everybody your plans. Your troll plans. These are awful pictures. Tiger King, you like none of the pictures. You like no pictures. 0 pictures. And thankfully, this is a waifu battle, not a picture battle. So if you really like the waifu, you would vote for the waifu. Who won last night? Tifa won. Let's look at the bracket right now. Where is it at? Hold on. Tifa won. So just to remind everybody, the first round, Princess Zelda versus Lara Croft in the next round. Jill Valentine versus Mai in the next round. Morrigan from Darkstalkers versus Felicia from Darkstalkers.
Samus landslide over her mountains.
It's got to be 5 for it to count. Jason, thank you for the 2. And then Bayonetta versus Tifa. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy, bro. Bayonetta versus Tifa in the next round as well. And then we got Samus versus Elizabeth, which according to TJAP, the final numbers are in, boys. We got Samus at $240 versus Elizabeth at $19. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow, boys. Talk about a bit of a Feltoning going on here. That's a bit of a Feltoning going on here, boys. So anyway, with all that being said, that means that the winner and moving on to the next round in this particular tournament is going to be none other than the one and the only Samus, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Wow. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for BioShock fans, boys. Unfortunate. Goddamn. What do you mean unfortunate? Unfortunate for BioShock fans. That's what I mean.
Subnautica is what we call it when Big Mike in. With his Chewbacca.
Yo! Whoa! Wow, bro. I'm scared.
It saddens me that Sneontu are meeting such a dishonorable end at the malformed hands of their necrotic grandfather being puppeteered by the necromantic overlords, shareholders. It deserved better.
What the fuck did you just say? Holy shit. Speedy Cake. Thank you for the 20. I appreciate that. And if I understand your chat correctly, yes, it is sad. It is sad. Guys, I don't think anybody's coping and seething.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's it, boys. Samus is moving on to the next round. On Sunday, we're going to have 2B versus Siri. On Monday, we got Cortana versus Trish from Devil May Cry. On Tuesday, we got Chun-Li versus Lulu. Wednesday, Claire Redfield versus Kasumi. Thursday, we got Ada Wong versus Tali Zora. And then next Sunday and Monday, we got Riku versus Eve. And we got Yuffie versus Aerith, boys. These last couple of battles on this right side bracket are going to be wild. These are some pretty big names in popularity. So I'm curious to see how they're going to progress. But considering so far the Trolls haven't really won against any of the major names, we are going to have some major clashes. We're going to have some major fucking clashes in the next round. So we'll see. Yeah, Ciri from The Witcher. Adult Ciri, by the way, for all you fucking weirdos out there. But yes, it's going to be...
Again, Hypno, what do you think of what's going to happen?
What do I think what's going to happen? What do you mean? In this tournament? I don't know. I don't know, because the last one was confusing because there was a lot of trolls. So there was a lot of characters that made it that didn't necessarily, I didn't think was going to make it. But everybody's thinking Tifa has this in the bag. But then some people think Eve has this in the bag. So it's kind of all over the place. I don't know. I don't know which way this is going to go. There's a lot of characters involved. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. Brother, you ask me a question and then you respond with Chewbacca. I don't even like what do
I wonder if we end up with the Cloud Strife Classic, as in Tifa versus Aerith in the finals.
That's another thing too. Tifa and Aerith will only face each other if it's in the finals. Otherwise, they're not going to face each other. So, well, there you go. I don't know, man. This is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see which way this is going to go. I just hope for an epic finish regardless. We'll see. I think whatever the last battle is going to be is going to set records for the waifu battle yet again. But we'll see how it goes anyway. All right, boys. Sonya still hasn't sent over her voice clip. I'm sorry. It looks like you guys are not going to get an AI Sonya. I apologize. Guys, thank you so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it. I really do. Shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. And I will see every single one of you on the next one. Look forward to tomorrow's show. We're going to be going over Warhammer on top of everything else. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope all of you had a lot of fun tonight. My goal is to provide entertainment for you every single night. And I hope that you had it and you had a good time. Even if it resulted in me getting trolled a little bit, it's fine. And I'll see every single one of you in the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Baby J, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Even though we fucking know, 'cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.